You're gonna get one?
Whatever, not these. I'm talking about the fluorescent.
What's the problem the kids have take for Ritalin? Take Ritalin for
ADHD.
ADHD. Well, my grandson goes to school in Arizona that does natural lighting and LED lighting and has 3 recesses, so none of the kids have to be on. It's a school just for kids.
What's that got to do with ADHD?
No,
where they do have
lights
LED
contribute to it.
Oh,
lights,
of course. Noises, lights, everything.
Yeah, the rest of it's all lighting.
I want to keep that.
Classrooms, skylights, and none of the kids are on drugs.
Nice.
The 3 recesses helps too. They have one in the morning, to lunch, and out to run their energy off.
Nice.
But God, he was, they wouldn't let him to school without being on Ritalin.
Yeah, well, that's bullshit. They force you.
I know. That's why they went to the special school. I'm really glad they took him there. Every kid in that school is ADHD.
Really? Oh, come on.
That's what it's set up for.
It's set up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's over-diagnosed. I know the truth.
Oh, I agree with you absolutely.
Well, I'm not so sure some of it's
I
natural.
bring good ones.
You know, I don't.
No. I bring good ones.
Can you imagine how many kids when we were little were ADHD?
How many what?
Kids were ADHD when we were little? I mean,
Me?
no, what I'm saying is they would have diagnosed everybody as.
Yeah, I know.
Instead, they were just stupid.
Tom still is.
I actually think I have incredible focus. I don't lose focus. I just multitask. There's a real big difference there, I think, right? I mean, I think that's a big difference.
I don't know. You see, to me, you're kind of like a shotgun rifle, but you are keeping track of what you're doing.
Right. I am like a shotgun.
Walgreens is the preferred network pharmacy with many.
Like the one Mark just got.
One thing I did notice, I've been getting angry lately. I gotta stop it.
So bring your prescription.
There was a time I was a hothead, and then I got over that, and then
Now you got Mark.
I seem to be going back. No, Mark's not a hothead.
No, you got Mark though to be the good cop, bad cop thing. Mark's good at it.
He could be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm the good guy. What are you talking about?
Oh man, you make a great bad guy, Mark.
I am not a bad guy.
I said you make a great bad
I am mellow.
Oh,
Sure
okay.
you are.
So a hothead's different from a pothead, right?
Oh no, same thing.
It'd be hard to be a pothead and a hothead, I would guess.
Getting Ritalin.
Oh man, I'm getting really mad at you.
This isn't working out.
Hey man, we're gonna have to come to blows.
I went to see the Whalers last night.
The Whalers?
Yeah.
I think Suzanne brought me to the Whalers.
It was good. It was good. I was surprised.
Didn't we go see the Whalers?
I like Bob, as in Bob Marley and the Whalers.
Oh, except Sans Marley.
Sans Marley. Yeah.
He's not there anymore.
The Spirit.
Where was it at? Was his son? Is his son also dead?
Oh no, we saw.
Is his son
Yeah.
also dead?
We saw somebody else.
Ziggy?
Yeah.
How did I know?
I thought maybe he died.
For the Baylor.
She drove me to the worst concert ever, man. They sung a whale song. They were called the Decemberists.
I remember you talking
A
about
fucking
that.
whale song.
You mean like, whoa?
It was so
Did
bad.
they do that?
It was worse.
Did they make whale sounds?
Yes, it was.
Oh, Jesus.
Absolutely the worst you I've ever seen. It was in one of those small places off Colfax, too. Fucking speakers
Talking about
on.
the sleep studies, one sleep study my wife did, they were doing the whale songs, their sleep study.
I am very
He
funny.
spoke whale days after that.
Oh, it was so bad.
I don't like everything.
They sung this one song that was actually like 12 minutes long, and they called it 3 parts.
For here?
Yeah. It's for one of the
Did I tell you, we went down yesterday, and Yellow twice, I got the time.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Mark, what are these USBs for?
I have no idea. It's not our
Your
shit.
thing is wrapped up.
It's not ours. It's,
all of your home loan questions. Equal opportunity
I
lender
think
regulated by
it's,
Did we sell those approval reverse?
no, not yet.
Well, let's get some.
I know. I've been thinking left and right.
You want me to? I'll try too.
Well, give me an idea. Give me some ideas. Everything I run up against is going to compete with something we got.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Well, I know. That's where I'm like getting my head. I thought I had this one thing done, but it didn't pan. I mean, I know a couple. Like TSG would take it in a second, but you can't do it. So.
Looks like that
Wait a
wasn't
minute. Wait a minute. Used cars. I don't have an exclusive.
Okay.
But I think they'd raise hell. But we should do it until they do.
So I can go over there. I'll drive over it. I mean, that's one I'll literally just drive over and just get it done.
Okay. Portable auto, golden.
She has.
I don't think they'd be purchasing anything.
She does 3.
Yeah.
Which is a month. But we do more than a month.
Plus referral list.
They're already on referral list, right?
Yeah.
You should give them a call for a consultation.
I like to bump those up a bit, but okay, listen, let me think.
Okay. The other one would be,
They listen to this show.
yeah. It's hard because everything's starting to cross. I'd love to get another reverse mortgage company, but I'm telling you, the way the industry is going, there's no money in it anymore.
Tom,
Oh, that's terrible. That's a
Ideal
terrible
is not on the log today, and neither is Salisbury, so no live call-ins.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This hour brought to you by Joe Lazzara, a criminal defense attorney. If you ever need any help, Joe Lazzara can help you, and I hope you never need him. Who wants to be charged with a crime, right? I'm a consumer advocate. Welcome to the show. We solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, and make your life a little easier. All you have to do is call. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app, across the country, recovering literally millions of dollars for consumers over the years, hundreds of millions over the years in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. Joe Lazzara mostly handles DUIs, not because he wants to, it's because people make a lot of dumb mistakes. Other people, they're falsely accused. Some people just, they just thought they calculated properly and they ended up drinking too much. Here's what I want to tell you. Whether you want to plead guilty, get it over with, or whether you want to, just make it go away somehow, you got to deal with it. And an attorney is a necessity with a DUI. Don't try to do it alone, just to get through the system. And then please, do Uber or Lyft, and if you really need help, get help for your drinking. Here's Joe Lazzara, 303-429-6200, 303-429-6200. And, of course, the Raleigh House is the one we recommend for rehab and for addiction treatment. Let's go on to the phones and see what's on your mind today. We also have a special guest I'll introduce. Paul, what's happening in your life? How can we help you, Paul?
Well, I thought you might be interested in this because you have a history with Grand Lake.
Yes, I do.
We got...
Whoa, explain. My history with Grand Lake?
A lot of us are going, what?
No, okay. Well, I developed some condos some townhomes up there.
Oh, years ago.
Years ago, yes. And then, but I don't own them anymore. So, Paul, and the city, by the way, now that I'm not dealing with them, they're very difficult to deal with.
You're going to love this one.
All right.
Back in the summer, they increased last year they increased the sales tax to like 9.5% to help pay for things, which, the local people who have the little businesses didn't appreciate, but, it's the way it goes. They dwell on the tourists.
Those people work their asses off. I'm telling you, the Grand Lake people work their asses off for what they get. They have a very short season. My heart goes out to them. They really are hardworking people, and the government just works against them all the time.
Yeah, so then we get this letter the other day from the mayor, new mayor, that in order to, quote, fortify their general fund,
their coffers, okay, yeah, right,
citywide services,
yeah,
they're going to assess a quarterly fee to every residence and commercial property up there. And even though the fee's not a heck of a lot, it's, over a quarter time, it's just under $25 for a residence. It's more for commercial. The big thing that I have a problem with, other than the amount, is the fact that this is basically just like the road and bridge tax here in Colorado. It's a thinly disguised tax. And I really feel that they should be going to the voters for something like this, because you know how big they are on the Constitution. They celebrate it for a whole week every year.
Well, what can we do for you, man? If your city's working against you, you got to get. You guys, listen. It is a government, Paul. It's not a dictatorship. It is a government. Get your friends involved in the government. What is this quarterly fee? How much is it?
Oh, it's just under $25 for a regular resident.
Now, are you talking every resident?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is the fee for?
They want to use it to fortify their funds. So
No.
That cost for
here's what I'm asking,
services.
Paul, hold on. Are you telling me they simply send out an assessment for every man, woman, not children, I assume?
No, this is going to be for residents. They basically listed as non-residential dwelling units, commercial facilities.
So, do you understand, Paul? They can't just raise taxes without some kind of legislation. Or excuse me, vote. They just imposed a $25 fee for every resident.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, but what reason did they give? What is it for? I know. Don't say again. They want to increase their
cost for townwide services.
I know that, Paul. But
police services.
Paul,
you know?
I'm not talking about that. I know they want to increase revenue. What I mean is, what is it for? Many times they will impose things and they'll say, this is for Parks and Recreation. This is for fire protection. This is for this. This is for that. What kind of form did they have to come up with this? Did they have meetings? Did they have votes? What did they do?
They didn't say. They just sent us the letter saying they were going to have this ordinance that they had passed, and the fee is approved for 1 year, and it's going to be billed quarterly.
Do you think they can do that?
I think so.
Well, sure,
wait a minute. What's to prevent them? What's to prevent them if they want to raise taxes? They have to go to the voters, right? Right.
I'm not so. I don't know how the town. I don't know how it's written for Grand Lake.
The state law says if districts or places want to raise taxes, they have to put it up for a vote. What is it called? The whatchamacallit amendment? You have to go for a vote.
The favor or
yeah. I know you're coming up with it. I forget the name.
I thought that was killed, but I guess not.
I just wanted to publicly shame them since I don't know how else to fight them.
Well, I don't know if you can fight it. But I've just, what's to prevent them, Paul, I guess I should, what's to prevent them from saying, okay, $1,000 per resident? Instead of trying to raise tax, it's find that amendment. Is that what you're looking for, Mark, that amendment? Wasn't there was a lot of controversy around that where tax...
It is. It's called Tabor.
Right. Isn't it still in effect?
Oh yeah, but people...
They get around a lot of it by calling it a fee instead of a tax.
That's what I'm getting at. But how do you do that? You know, Douglas County tried that one time. Douglas County was doing an occupancy tax when you got a permit of, what do they call it? A permanent permit, your final permit, your occupancy permit. Upon final inspection, you had to pay per square foot. I refused to pay it. I totally refused. It was taken to court by me and a lot of residents, and we won. Okay? We won. The people who had already paid, they lost the money, I think, because they donated it to something. I forget what it was, but it was a real bunch of crap. And they could not just impose a tax. You know, when you want to increase school taxes, the school district has to put it up for a vote. You can't. What if they just said, we're going to have a new fee for every student? There must be something that defines a fee as opposed to just raising taxes. 303-713-8255. Joe's with us today. Weisenbach. Joe is with Front Range LED Lighting. This falls under the category. Now, we don't have a one-topic show, but if we did, this would be a good topic, and I'll tell you why. This falls under the category of why isn't his phone ringing off the hook, and why doesn't everyone do this? So here's what I want to ask, and I'm sincere in this. I want anyone who has a long-term lease or owns a commercial building of 2,000 feet or bigger, anyone who owns a commercial building, why would you not convert to LED lighting? It literally will cost you nothing. Nothing. When you do the numbers, it costs you nothing, and I can show you that. And then you save for years and years and years to come, and you don't ever have to replace ballast or bulbs for, there's no ballast, and bulbs, I think 10, 15 years in some cases. Let's talk about that too. We'll talk to Joe about it. But my question is, why isn't his phone ringing off the hook? I don't know. Hey, Joe, do you ever do any outbound calling? Do you ever do that and call businesses, solicit businesses? Do you? And do they? What are their objections? What could an objection be? I'm just curious, Joe. I don't want to. No, sir. No, thank you, Joe. I don't want to save any money today. What? I mean, first of all, have you ever done outbound?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When you do outbound calling, what would be the objections?
I think there's a hesitation for putting out the money, even though they can see all the benefits.
No. Putting out the money is a misnomer. The utility companies will pay up to half the installation. The other half can be financed 100%.
Exactly.
And the money they save on the electric bill will more than pay for the financing. So how can it be money?
I had a guy, I quoted an auto dealer in Colorado Springs several weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I got back in touch with him, and he said, well, we're not interested right now. We don't have the funds.
But did you say...
I did. And this guy... So this guy could save over $40,000 a year.
Oh my God!
On electric, just on the electric.
$40,000
and not affect his cash flow, correct? Or maybe just to the positive.
No, of course it affects his cash flow. He has $40,000 more.
No, that's what I'm saying. But on a monthly basis, the first month, he still is not. His cash flow doesn't change if he finances it.
Not only that. Well, if he finances it, no problem. He'll be cash positive right out of the gate.
So what? Yeah. Why does he? What has he got, a brick for a brain?
Well, car dealers finance people's loans all day, every day. And he said,
and this guy's a car dealer.
He said he's a car dealer. He said, we don't do financing.
He's nuts. This guy thinks he thinks, well, I don't want to have a loan for half of it. But you don't understand. That loan is more than paid for by the money you save. Listen, folks, if you can come up with, really, I'm serious now. If you own a commercial building 2,000 feet or more, or a long-term lease.
Or, rent one.
No, but it has
How about in the marijuana business? Can you use these in marijuana?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How much would they save?
Okay, guys, if you're listening to me, you should call Front Range LED Lighting, 719-262-2451. This is a real question. I want you to tell me why you wouldn't do it. I really need to know. And then I have to move on, but I want to know why you wouldn't do it. I also say that about this, and people think, oh, you're just saying that. No, I really want to know things. Like, I want to know why you wouldn't do this investment called Become the Banker. It's a sponsor of ours. Listen, no one becomes a sponsor on this show unless I love what I'm talking about, and that's the God's honest truth. And when it comes to Become the Banker, for as little as $250 a month, and you can put in as much as you want as long as you don't violate any federal guidelines. But I want you to go and see this video, and I promise you we will read your objections. I had a couple guys give some pretty good objections on why they wouldn't do it, but it wasn't something that it's not something that would hurt anyone. In their circumstance, it didn't work. But here's the deal. BecomeTheBanker.info. This is an investment for everyone, and it sounds great. Here's what you do. You buy a life insurance policy, and you purposely overfund it. The government allows you to do it, okay, within certain guidelines. Every dime you put in is earning tax-free money, okay? It's not deductible when you put it in, but it's tax-free money like a Roth, but it's better, and here's why. When you build up cash, you can borrow from yourself for cars, college, vacations, anything you want, and then you pay yourself back. Instead of using a credit card, you use this, and you know what happens? You put in more money to be sheltered when you pay yourself interest. And then when you're 40 or 50 or 60, you pick the time, you can then borrow from it monthly like an income without ever paying tax on it. And when you die, the life insurance pays off the loans. I don't know why I don't know why anyone wouldn't do it. It's a guaranteed return, and it's a guarantee cash value. So you tell me. Go look at this, BecomeTheBanker.info, and look at the video. You can sign up for a seminar or call the number 303-779-6600. People, when I say I want to know downsides, I mean it. Front Range LED Lighting, tell me why you wouldn't do it. Become the Banker, tell me why you wouldn't do it. These are the things that we advertise because we believe in them.
I didn't even mention that the guy would get $30,000 back from the utility company.
Highway speeds across the Denver area have improved quite a bit over the past half hour, with the exception of westbound I-70 approaching towards the right lane spot due to a small vehicle that's got traffic backed up to 270.
Here's what I would say to them. How about, is there a way that a third party can pay for all this for them and take the first and second year of savings? They're still paying the same, nothing changes. They pay the same amount in electric they have the whole time. Their monthly payment never changes for 2 years, and then it goes down. Think about that, Mark. A company comes in and converts them. We do it for them. And we take the savings for 2 years, and they have the savings from then on out. And it doesn't cost them a dime, not one dime. They don't have to finance. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is make a monthly payment like they're doing now. Could you imagine that?
Switch your prescriptions and start saving today.
That's what we offer. I mean, with the financing, yeah.
I know, but they don't like taking that step of signing a loan or what?
I don't know. You'd think, especially...
Mark, if I went to you and said, I'll take care of your building, nothing changes, and in 2 years you start saving money.
There'd be no drawback.
No loan, nothing.
So dark in here.
No, it's wonderful.
So my girlfriend's on the board in Grand Lake, so I'm texting her and asking her this. She said the town is, or she said, first of all, a number of old white men are causing trouble and stirring the pot.
Of course, that's what everyone
Are you
says.
done with
Old
him,
white
by the way, Tom, or are you going to go back to Paul with the Grand Lakes?
Wait a minute, why are you, don't talk about it. Well, it's, for the camera, okay.
Are you done?
It's this one here. Okay.
What, you need
Well, I'm
more light.
telling him about Grand Lake right now. I don't know if he wants to leave it on or not.
Okay, just hold on. I'm an old white man, I stir.
There you go. So he said, so she wants to know if you want to call him. She said the town is dying without this.
You want just the first notch with all three.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I
That's good.
understand.
No, not that.
Dad, I'm listening. What?
Okay. The town is dying without the fee. The public works has equipment
Okay,
so
much
old
better.
that the town
Okay,
is.
no, we're not asking why. We're
Yeah,
asking
there
the
was a-
propriety.
Yeah, there was a, so she
There was a
said,
vote of the
yeah,
residents.
during the budget meeting,
I don't
yes,
think they
the
have
final
to.
vote was passed.
What vote?
There was
The
only-
vote of the board or a vote of the people?
All right.
Was there a referendum? See,
I don't think there has to.
No, it said during the budget meeting, they missed the final vote because he was out of town, late voting, blah, blah, blah.
Mark,
Here's what I'm
They
What does
lost the
Tabor
town
say?
Kurt.
I think, first of all, I'm not positive. I think Grand Lake is home rule. They basically have created their own government. Colorado is one of the few states that allow that.
but they can't. With home rule, you can't. You can supersede
Here's
state law.
here's what they say.
Okay.
They say once an ordinance is adopted by the board,
Right.
okay, it does not become effective for 30 days after being published. During the 30-day
Is this
period,
Tabor?
this is Grand Lake
Yes.
Town
Yeah,
Council.
go ahead.
Once it's been published for 30 days, the public has a right to contest the recently adopted ordinance or provision.
We're not talking about, we're talking about a fee, Mark.
I understand we're talking
And I'm
about
wondering if it violates Tabor. That's the only thing I'm asking. Under the Tabor amendment, you have to have a vote for any increase in tax.
Well, here's
I
what's
would
right
argue
here.
it's a tax.
They call it an emergency ordinance amending the Grand Lake Traffic Code as enacted by Ordinance 1, blah, blah, blah,
I don't care.
an ordinance relating to the operation of highway vehicles in the town of Grand
Okay,
Lake.
no, I don't doubt that they went through a fucking proper process. I'm asking if it violates Tabor. I'm not saying it does. I'm asking. Because Tabor says you have to have a fucking vote to raise taxes.
Although
Right.
I think
Said
if
it
they
was-
have an emergency ordinance, they do
They
not
had
have
it
to.
without a public hearing. It was voted on. And she said the
Yes, I don't
town,
care about the process, Dad.
Yeah.
I am convinced they did it properly. That is not my question. It is, what would prevent them from fucking making a $10,000 increase? It is a fee. And under their thing, they're saying, we can do it because it's a fee. Well, is that true? I don't know.
I'll come up and give you a quote.
No, it doesn't. But I'm not saying it's wrong either.
it had been being
I'm not going to owe
discussed
anybody fucking lunch.
for months as part of the budget.
You owe us lunch.
Lunch?
Yeah, it had been being discussed as part of the budget.
I
So
don't disagree
I'm
with
just-
the procedure.
Okay, I'm going to find. I'm going to find.
It doesn't. Okay.
I know it
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
matter. I'm
The
just
school systems die without taxes, and the taxpayers turn them down, right? All the time.
That's true.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. SimplyFloorsInc.com. If you're looking for a place to buy floor coverings at tremendous savings over the big boxes, you're going to deal with Buddy Mitchell at Simply Floors. It's that simple. All you have to do is go to SimplyFloorsInc.com and make your own appointment. If you want to look at what they have in stock, they'll bring some with them at the appointment. But if you want to look, go to 52nd and Ward. And then make your appointment at SimplyFloorsInc.com, or you can make your appointment at 52nd and Ward, where the warehouse is. You will be astonished at how much you save over the big boxes. Up to 40, sometimes 50% for the same exact floor coverings. They have the same display of goods, the same variety, the same brands, but better service and better pricing. It's that simple. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Okay, now, we've been discussing this Grand Lake fee, Paul. We are discussing it. Bottom line is this. I do not doubt that Grand Lake passed this in their legal and proper procedure. Okay, that's not the issue, okay? People always find the wrong issue that to defend. Here's the issue. Not if they did it properly, but is it against state law? Because the Tabor Amendment, I believe, was passed in order to keep people from raising taxes without a vote of the people. You know, everyone goes before, if you're a sewer district, a school district, whatever. If you want to raise taxes, you have to have a vote. In some cases, it's terrible. School systems need money really badly, but a lot of these old farts live in the place and they don't have kids and they vote it down. I am asking, is this against the Tabor Amendment? That's all I'm asking. That's the only question on the table. Not if they need the money, not if they passed it in a proper ordinance. Now, Paul, did you look into it since you're opposed to it? He's not there. Okay, but that's the issue. Is it against Tabor? I don't have time while I'm on the air live to read the Tabor Amendment, but I'm sure there are people listening that could probably tell me. And I know it's very controversial. Mark, are you looking at Tabor right now?
Yeah, and I think it's going to come down to if it's an emergency, but I'm digging in.
Okay, cool. Because Grand Lake called it an emergency fee, didn't they? Like an assessment. It's an emergency. All right, Kyle, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on, Kyle?
Yes, I'm dealing with an issue with Aqua Spas located in Fort Collins, Colorado. About 12 months ago, I purchased a brand new hot tub, and on Tuesday, the 10th of last week, we went to get in the evening time, and the hot tub water was cold.
Okay.
Immediately the next day, we contacted an electrician because we went and checked the breaker.
Well, let's get to the problem. What was the problem, Kyle? Kyle, how old is the tub?
The tub is brand new. It's less than 12 months old.
Brand new, less than a year.
New.
Okay.
Correct. Something failed in it to cause it to
Is it under warranty?
That is not been assessed at the moment due to the fact that it actually froze in between the time frame of me contacting them coming back.
All right, wait a minute. When you noticed it cold and you called them right away?
Right away after I had the electrician come out and replace the breaker and the panel. The hot tub, once it kept kicking the breaker. So as soon as you'd flip the breaker, it'd flip it right back off.
All right, so then after you had the panel and breaker replaced, it tripped again.
It keeps tripping the brand new one. So it's something internal within the hot tub.
Yes, it is. And then by the time Aqua Spas got out there, it froze?
Correct. I did place a tank heater inside of it. When they came out, they said, well, the tank heater will keep the inside of the hot tub from freezing, but not the outside tubing. You needed to put a space heater on the outside of the cabinet.
I know where you're going with this. They're saying it froze and warranty doesn't cover that.
Correct.
But if it froze because it failed, that's weird. That is a weird one.
Yes.
That's a weird one. I mean, you know what? I guess technically they're right. Morally and ethically, they might be wrong. It seems weird. What they're saying to owners is this. If the heater goes out, if something goes out, you have to take steps to make sure it doesn't freeze. And you're saying, how am I supposed to know that? And how am I supposed to know what to do?
No, he absolutely told me, and I put the tank heater in there. The one thing they didn't advise me is that, hey, well, the tank heater will take care of the inside
I understand.
water, but not the outside.
So how much damage are we talking about?
That hasn't been assessed yet. They said that they needs to be taken out and taken back to their shop to really be able to assess
what needs to be taken out. The whole tub?
The whole hot tub.
How many?
Laid in the second.
How many times did they say they were out to repair it?
They never came out.
Oh, they never came out.
They came out once to look at it. They were there from 10:30 to 11 for half an hour. He pretty much said, "Well, it's frozen. We're not going to know what's really broken."
No, he means Kyle. What we're talking about is when you found it cold, you called not Aquaspas but an electrician because it was breaking.
Immediately.
Right.
So there was no power to it.
I understand. The electrician fixed the breaker. Well, maybe there wasn't anything wrong with the original breaker, but he put in all new, and it still kept hitting the breaker. That's when you called Aquaspas, right? They told you, put a tank heater in it until we get out there. You put a tank heater in it. They got out there, and it was frozen. They said you should have also, in addition to the tank heater, done this. So the question is this: did Aquaspas, are they responsible? Because they did not tell you to do the additional heater. They only told you to put in the tank heater. Aquaspas is going to say, oh no, we told him to put in both heaters. So what did they tell you afterwards?
Well, the issue is, even if they had told me about the second heater, I have no capability of putting a space heater around the cabinet. It's laid in a second-story depth on top of.
No, I understand that, Kyle, but that doesn't relieve you of responsibility. If they told you that you need to keep it warm until we get there, it's not their fault, Kyle. I mean, truly, if really it's cold out, it's not their fault. You need to keep it from freezing. You could have drained everything. You could have drained the whole damn thing. That would have kept it.
We actually did, and then they said that's worse, and to refill it with water.
Okay, so they'll admit all of this. Okay, so I'm going to call Aquaspas, Deputy Clint. We're going to call Aquaspas, and they're going to say, you know what, yes, we neglected to tell him about the second heater, and we told him he should not drain it.
They will say that part. You shouldn't drain it in that circumstance.
Why?
Because you put in a pump and you drain it, there's still water throughout the entire body of it that you can't suck out.
No, but
so therefore that'll freeze all the pipes and break the jets, break everything.
But hold on, so why would it be better keeping it?
Because with the cover on, generally it can go, 24 to 48 hours if you got a decent cover without freezing. I mean, his just went longer, or it froze quicker.
If you kept it running, even if it was cold, doesn't that keep it from freezing?
Oh, heck yeah, moving water would take a lot more.
Oh, he didn't have power.
Yeah, every time he tried to turn on, kick the breaker.
But logically, if you bought it from them and they came out and installed it and something happened, would you call an electrician or would you call them? That's what I fight with.
I'd call both.
Yeah, I probably would too.
But this is, I will grant you this. This is weird. Can we assess liability on Aquaspas? I mean, really, think about it. You do have an obligation to mitigate damages, but then how do you mitigate damages when something is outside like that? I mean, it's a catch-22. You may not be able to do it. And Aquaspas isn't really at fault because it happened to fail when it was freezing. It's a weird situation. What did Aquaspas do that was negligent? That's what I'm asking. How were they negligent? Kyle, I'm the judge. I'm asking you. Don't go on to a long story. All I'm asking is this. How were they negligent?
How I feel the negligence is because the very first conversation was about the freezing factor due to the Colorado weather. So they were supposed to put me on high priority to come out on Friday the 12th, which they did not come out on Friday the 12th. They rescheduled for Monday the 15th.
Okay, that's a good argument.
Monday the 15th, they called and said they were short an electrician and that their manager didn't show up, so they needed to come out on Tuesday.
You know what? You got a good argument, Kyle. That was a priority. Okay, so you heard all that, right, Deputy Clint? Let's get on it and see what we can find out.
Yeah, they need to do something.
No, I think they have some responsibility here. And while we're talking about all this cold weather, what about talking about recreation vehicles, RVs? You think it's crazy? It's not. This is when people buy RVs, and you get the best prices. And of course, people use RVs to get away. Century RV. We love Century RV. They have an RV big showroom now in Lakewood. They also have their one up on the Longmont turnoff on Highway 119, but they have a new one, 32,000 feet of indoor. Hey, you ought to check them out, front range LED lighting. Maybe, I don't know if they have LED lighting, but they have 32 3,000 square feet in just north of 6th Avenue, between Kipling and Sims, next to Woodley's. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6, for the best deals, the largest selection on used RVs, and if they have new, CentryRV.com.
I mean, there's so many big places.
While we were talking here, I got a call from this guy up in Fort Collins. He's got 200,000 square feet with 3,000 bulbs in there.
He'd save so much money, you can't even calculate that.
I'm going to go up and give him a call.
That's like fucking the Budweiser Theater or something up there. It's huge.
Yeah.
How long of a job would that take you?
Oh, geez.
How many lights does he have?
3,000, he said.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How many do you think this building has? Give me a perspective here.
Oh, shit. This building.
Total guess.
Shit, I would say.
4 floors. 4 floors.
I'd say about 2,000.
Oh, okay.
And how many does he have?
3,000.
That's
I don't know what they are though. The guys they build fire engines, I guess.
Would the marijuana, so you're saying you can grow marijuana with LED just like whatever they use now? What do they use now? Incandescent?
Yeah,
no,
plants use LEDs.
Yeah, you can. In fact, yeah, I have a
special bulb though.
I have a source for those. Yeah.
Why is it a special bulb?
Because it has to do the lights. It's got to do the color light, the color.
Well, what I'm saying is,
The grow color.
is that in nature, it takes a special LED to mimic nature. Is that what you're saying? Right.
So here's the deal with
light is
those.
not light is not light.
Right now they're using like 1,000-watt sodium lamps.
Sodium vapor.
Yeah, and they give you basically the full spectrum, but they're hot as hell also. So they have to do more air conditioning, more move in the air. Plus,
Well, they want a certain amount of heat.
Or it'll burn the plant.
And it does burn the plants if they get too
So they
close.
have to get it. They have to keep it away from the plants in order to keep from burning them because of all the heat.
Yeah, but those lights too use a shitload of power, right?
Yeah, they use 1,000-watt bulbs.
Well, why
600-watt
hasn't the marijuana industry?
You know, I talked to one of the biggest growers in the state, and I tried to set up. I tried to set up a
They're probably
sample,
terrified it'll screw up their product.
a test grow with him, and what I suggested to him is that we take X number of space and we put in the LEDs
See what
and
happens.
Basically a no risk situation, and we'll see how you like them. But I never could nail the guy down. But I did call Colorado Springs Utilities and talk. I know the guy there now. I work with him all the time. And I asked him. I said, "You guys have any problems sending rebates to weed growers?" He said, "No problem. Whatever." So
I might have a contact there and stuff. I know a guy who does. He goes around and teaches them business and stuff, the growers, and he specifically does that.
Oh yeah.
Who is that, Dan?
My daughter's in-laws. So he just started doing that about 3 months ago.
Those guys could save a bundle though.
Oh yeah, well it just makes financial sense.
Now, what
That's
kind
the
of
biggest
special
cost.
bulb is it?
So the light they use a different wavelength for growing and for flowering. So they'll use while the plant.
Sun? I mean, no. What I'm saying is, in the right climate, is sun adequate?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah,
That's how God made
I don't
it.
think you're allowed to grow outside though.
If you can, you're allowed to. An X number of plants you can put in your yard or whatever.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think in Colorado you can grow
It's gotta
outside.
be locked up. It's got to be inside.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they don't want kids hopping the fence and grabbing your dough.
Well, at any rate,
There's a grower.
They didn't want Dan jumping over your fence and grabbing your dough.
I wasn't agreeing with Kyle until I listened to all this. I think I agree with him.
But I think what Tom was saying though is, even
Did you call?
if it wasn't against the law, can the sun do just as good, if not a better job than those sodium bulbs?
of course. I mean, the weed's been around for as
Yeah, I know, but they grow it so fast now. It's incredible. I don't think if it's outside it grows that
Well,
quick.
that's true.
Because they do the lights
Plants must
on
be
like
in an
20 hours a
enclosed,
day.
locked area.
Yeah.
The lights are on 20 hours a day or so.
Mark?
That's true, because you're right,
Yeah.
because it fools
Right.
it into the photosynthesis or whatever it's called.
Mark, the places I see have it at 55 degrees year-round where they're growing them, too.
They have to because of the lights they use.
But Mark,
you
when it says enclosed locked area, could that be a fence?
No, you can, no.
No, yeah.
You can't grow it outside. It's gotta be like a building, maybe a shed or a greenhouse.
You probably
if
could
it's
have a
locked.
greenhouse as long as it's locked and
So
controlled.
even,
It's gotta be
even for
controlled.
personal use, it has to be.
Yeah.
I know somebody grows it in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah.
Actually, you know who it is, too, but I don't want to say it on the thing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Mark used to grow in a cornfield.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Buy and build for wholesale or below wholesale building products. You'll never go wrong with buy and build. I know Courtney for years, and I can't believe the deals he gets. You know, there are toilets he sells for under $100 that cost $300 and $400 somewhere else. Vessel sinks for $80 that are $600 elsewhere. I've seen floor coverings, floor tiles he's selling for pennies on the dollar compared to the market. You just have to go and look. It's at 4800 Washington Street, and it is a giant, ugly warehouse, and you'll have so much fun there. Plumbing fixtures, the biggest savings are light fixtures and plumbing fixtures. But he does great with floor coverings. Oh, granite, too, and cabinets that you can assemble yourself, or he'll assemble them. You got to call or send your contractor there, or you go there. 303-295-6022, 295-6022. We never, in all the years buyandbuild.net, he's been on my referral list, we have never gotten a complaint. 303-295-6022. I hope that's not the kiss of death when I say that.
Well, it's wrong, though.
Oh, it is?
We did get one complaint.
What was it?
Guy bought some cabinets, had them installed about a year later. They started warping, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That was the complaint.
Okay.
He got him brand new doors and took care of it 100%.
Okay.
Even sent a guy out there to reinstall
I got to
it.
put that on there. Thank you, Mark. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Tabor.
303, Tabor. What did you find out?
Okay, here you go. Ready?
And the reason we're talking Tabor is because Grand Lake assessed a $25 fee on residents, and it's called an emergency fee, and they did it with an ordinance. They did not go to a vote of the people. Is it a tax? Should they have gone through a vote as required by Tabor? Mark.
Here's what it says, okay? Number 6 of Tabor explicitly states, emergency property taxes are prohibited. However, Tabor does allow for collection of other taxes through and under very strict regulation for an emergency tax to be imposed on the citizens. It must meet the criteria set forth in Tabor. These provisions require that 2/3 majority of the members of each House, General Assembly, or local district board declares the emergency. And the money must be sent only on the emergency. So let's say it is their vehicles, their police vehicles or whatever. If they fix them and there's still extra money, they're supposed to send whatever's left back. They can't spend it anywhere else. But it looks like if they did vote that this was a real emergency, it does fall under the Tabor emergency guidelines.
And how do you come up with the amount? Why can't they do 10,000 as opposed to...
Lord, I have no idea.
Okay, all right.
How long does it last? I guess whatever it is to fix that declared emergency.
And how much it costs and how long it takes?
Yeah, well, exactly how much it costs is probably the big one.
303-713-8255. Wayne, what's happening with you? Hello, Wayne.
Hello, Tom.
What's happening?
Hey, Tom, I have a neighbor who's jamming my AM station.
On purpose?
On purpose.
Really?
I can't listen to you, Tom.
No, seriously, Wayne. How do you know he's doing it on purpose?
Well, this has been going on many years, Tom. It's a long issue. But just take my word for it, it's happening.
So he knows when you're listening.
Neighbor. I'm not saying it's a he or a she. Yeah.
Well, your neighbor, I'm going to say he just for,
Yeah, okay.
So he knows when you're listening to the radio, and he purposely...
The only thing I listen to during the day is your station.
Okay, I just got to ask him this. So if I come over, when Ross is on, you hear Ross perfectly. This show starts, he turns on his whatever, and all of a sudden you can't hear it. Then when this show's over at 1, you can hear Hannity.
Is it only me he's blocking?
Yes.
That's because I listen to you all the time.
Okay, I want to know where he is. I'm going to go down there, and we'll bet lunch on this one. So, are you in Denver Metro? I'm going to come down and investigate.
You don't believe it?
I'm going to go down and investigate.
Okay, now.
Let's do it.
Now, Wayne.
If he's close, I'll leave now. Where are you at, man? Just like Denver, Littleton, where are you at?
I live up by Cripple Creek, Colorado.
Oh, it's always something.
Okay.
Does K-How even reach up there? I don't know the answer.
Are you listening online or on radio?
No, I listen on radio.
On radio?
Online and the radio.
Does it affect your online listening?
Yes, it does. I get static on my computer, yeah.
Okay, well...
Wait, hold on. How about your cell phone, the iHeart Radio app? Have you ever tried that?
No, I haven't, Tom.
Okay. How does he jam the signal?
It's static. Very loud.
How does he cause static?
I don't know. It's electronic device of some type. I thought he was using a electric fence generator. You know?
Have you tried putting tinfoil up on your windows?
No, I haven't.
No, Wayne, listen. How long have you known your neighbor?
Oh, many years, yeah.
Do you guys have any ongoing conflicts at all?
Yes, we talk to each other.
About what?
Well, I don't want to get into that.
Hey, you know what? Mikey lives right up by there. I'm not kidding. Mikey lives right up there.
Hold on. Wayne, we have a deputy up there, but Wayne, you don't want to get into the conflict, but does it have to do with politics or what you listen to?
Well, this person does this to just irritate me.
Okay.
Because she knows I like listening to you.
And does he do it does he do other things to irritate you outside of radio?
Yes.
Give me an example. Just give me an example. I'm serious. No one knows your name or anything. We're just investigating. What other things would your neighbor do?
Well, I've heard him talking on my radio. I don't know how they do that, but I was on my phone one day and I could hear him talking. Somehow they're on the same.
Well, it is possible they have an FM transmitter or something, but this thing's getting a little crazy.
Can we have Deputy Mikey look?
Absolutely. All right. Don't say your address on air, but give Suzanne your address. We'll get someone up there, and if you're right, we'll get. Actually, that's illegal if they truly are using something to jam airwaves.
Well, or
that's what I thought, yeah.
Unless if they're using something legally, a legal appliance, and I say legal meaning that the FCC has approved it because certain things generate frequencies and they have to be measured to be below a certain amount, or the FCC won't allow people to sell them. You'll see a little tag on there. But anyway, if you have a jam signal on purpose, that could be harassment too. But I'll tell you one time, Mark, get his information, Suzanne.
I used to have an FM transmitter that was way beyond what it was supposed to. And literally, I could probably take over a strong station if I was within 50 yards.
Okay, so here's the deal. He's saying the neighbor is purposely jamming his AM signals. I would love to talk to the neighbor.
Just during this show.
But I don't know if Wayne would let us. But maybe Deputy Mikey can look into it.
Ask him real quick if this neighbor happens to be invisible.
Oh, come on. Now, here's the thing. I want to tell you one time. As my mom said, God rest her soul, she used to say that the neighbor was always running water to irritate her whenever she went in the bathroom or in the kitchen or flushing his toilet or doing something, really. And she swore that was happening. It really wasn't. Then she said that there was another neighbor, this was another time, altogether another place, that was rattling in the kitchen and making noise in the kitchen every time she was in her kitchen. I'm telling you, people can get strange. I don't know if Wayne falls in that category, but it can happen. 303-713-8255. John Fuller does personal injury law. It's a complicated area of law. You call him when you're not sure what's going on. You're injured, you're losing money, you've had your car destroyed, or it's a car accident or a slip and fall or any other injury. You call him and you say, I'd like an evaluation. That's what he does. It will cost you nothing, and believe me, some people have lost their rights because they haven't inquired. If you're injured, don't be taken advantage of. Talk to someone I know and trust. He'll tell you the truth, and if you don't need an attorney, he'll be the first to tell you. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. His website is personalinjuryco.com.
That guy said he was getting static on his computer.
How long? I've got an AM jam his computer.
Jam your computer?
Yeah, a neon transformer.
AM, you said
One of those things
AM.
you spark up. You know, that's
no, it's 105.5.
It's a neon transformer. You put an arc across it, it'll jam
Have you
AM.
tried listening to FM? Because I bet you could do.
I had a,
Mark,
Weren't you the one that told me where we could buy something that would jam cell phones?
I could jam everything
years ago.
AM is easier to jam than
I
FM.
didn't realize I was missing everybody's TV.
Yeah, they don't. Nowadays, no, not that I know. I had a radio
So it's just an
that would pick up 2.4 gigahertz cordless phones. Remember, everybody has cordless phones in their house, and it would pick them all up through my entire neighborhood. I had a cop named Scott Lacey lived 4 doors down. I picked up, he was selling silencers and kits to make weapons.
You told me that.
Yup.
You told me that.
I called the head of Parker Police over, literally. Had him listen to it. I sent a copy of it to my buddy in the FBI in case I was gone.
It wouldn't. Well,
About 3 weeks later, Lacey blew his fucking head right off.
The
The cop.
I remember that. It's
It
hard to
wouldn't
say.
jam.
I got pulled over a couple times after that. I'm not kidding you either. And I was given some shit after that.
Right.
Yeah, it won't jam that if you got short cables. But regular comes in on a telephone.
Can you imagine that though? A cop selling kits to people that make, ARs fully automatic. I mean, that's fucking as illegal as it gets.
What it was.
You're like, well, no, I like to say, Serpico. I mean, every cop that's dirty in New York City was, he's the one that turned the
you're right.
60s. Chicago.
How about even Pueblo? We laugh about it. I think they're fucking corrupt as hell down there.
You want to see how many roofing cases I got?
If that nutcase lived next to me, I guarantee it would be handled by now.
Well, I was getting the roof.
But I wonder, is FM, you could try to go and listen to FM instead of AM and see if you still jam.
If he lives up by Cripple Creek, there is no way that FM signal's going that far.
Oh, really?
Oh, not up. It's not going to penetrate the mountains.
There's towers and stuff.
I don't know if it may not.
We should have even asked him what he's listening on.
Because this was.
But there's no way, here's where I knew he was a crackpot.
Yeah.
There's no way there's anything that the neighbor's going to have to where it doesn't work through his computer. There's nothing the neighbor's going to be able to change through listening.
He said he got static on his computer. I don't understand that.
That's what I'm saying. It's impossible.
And
that's why Tom's going to end up owing me lunch and Dell's.
this guy was threatening to put a lien on my house and shit because
Tacos?
church when you work.
Yeah.
No,
Bell Tacos?
Dell, that's Dell, not Dell.
They didn't go over the insurance system. Most people work right off the insurance system.
Maybe he said different Bell Tacos. I think Dell was talking.
The job was
I submitted, we're flying Frontier in a couple weeks. I submitted a boarding plan to them for our trip.
Did you ever sign for an additional assignment?
I'm waiting to hear back.
But then he threatened to put a lien on my house.
Did he?
Nope. Well, I actually.
You can buy the little.
You know what I'm going to do? I truly am. When we show up, you can buy for $5 on Frontier, you can buy the early boarding. I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to have Suzanne do a Facebook Live. I'm going to put my carry-on right over seat one, and then I'm going to go sit in the back.
You know what I did? I went on
Well, I told him that
one airline,
if he wants
and they loaded for the back.
Did they really?
I had a front aisle. No, I want to tell you what happened. I had a front aisle.
If they miss something,
Stephanie managed to get like 4 or 5. Like that's pretty much up front, right? 6, right in there. And
oh god, we've got
all of a sudden, I saw I loaded zone 4, and I went around, and one guy had like row 38, and he was in zone 1. I go in. Everything's clear. All the fucking things were taken. They all did. They went like that.
Really?
Went to the back of the plane.
Everybody does.
Those sons of bitches.
You really don't do that.
No, I want my bag near me.
In case you want something.
Yeah.
Who gets something?
No, but Mark, I do. I mean, but anyway, here's what happened. I said he's fucking right. He's wrong on the loading is smooth. if they could just figure out that overhead. The loading was wonderful, but getting out was a bitch. Well, it wasn't a bitch, but the people in the front had to go to the back to get their bags. So you're going over everybody. I mean, it was terrible.
That's why you always put yours in the front, so you don't have to deal with those people going to the back.
But the people
That's
in the back
what causes the whole thing.
The people in the back were loading
house
first.
wasn't finished till October.
Yeah, that's right. But Mark, if everyone put the bags over where they sit, we would have no problem.
Yeah, but then I got to carry this bag all the way to
But
the
it's
back.
not a big bag, Mark. They're little carry-ons. They're not heavy. Come on, man.
I
You're not
always
that
put
lazy.
mine right there.
Always.
If it's open. You don't?
No,
Mark,
if it's open, but you don't always find it. You just go to the first open spot is what you're saying.
Yes.
So when you take a shopping cart, you never put your shopping cart back in the loading bin either.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I sold the house.
We're back. How long were we back?
I was enjoying
Brutus.
the song, Tom.
I'm sorry, Brutus.
We're arguing about bags.
Listen, we talked about Raleigh House, and I want to give out the number. I said if you have a drinking problem, they're also for prescription drugs and drug abuse. Listen, if you are on painkillers, it's going to get really difficult for you to find your supply. They are clamping down on this with doctors and with all healthcare providers. This number is not a sales job where they're going to convince you to come into the Raleigh House. Now, the Raleigh House has a great treatment program for drugs and alcohol, but they want to answer questions first. Everyone has questions about any kind of treatment, any kind of cost, insurance, how to talk to addicts, how to address the problem, how do you know if they have a problem. And if you're an addict, you can call too, but this is mainly for people with addicts in their lives. Here's that number, and I promise you, it's wonderful. You can talk about anything. It's confidential, and you can call a few times. Maybe get your family members on the call with you. 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. I am so gratified to hear that people listening to my show that have given me feedback by email that have helped people in their lives get treatment. It's wonderful to hear. Now, we have some lines open, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Joe Weisenbach is with us from Front Range LED Lighting. I've been asking people if they have a building 2,000 square feet or more to tell me why you would not convert to LED lighting. There was this one car dealer he's telling me about that said, I don't want to do it. And here's the deal on that. The guy would have saved $40,000 a year. $40,000 a year, but he didn't want to do it. He said, I don't like the idea of a loan, because what happens is that the utility company will pay up to half in the installation, and the balance you have to pay. But remember, if you have to pay it and you don't have the cash, you can finance it, and even if you finance it, the monthly payments are lower than the savings you're getting. Imagine that. His monthly payments might come to maybe $15,000, $20,000 a year, and he's saving $40,000 a year. This is a car dealer that couldn't put that math together. I have no idea why people would not convert. Besides, it's better light for you than fluorescence.
He would have gotten over $30,000 rebate.
In addition to the savings.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this. And he said no.
Yeah.
But why? You know what? I think we ought to have a company, Mark, that does it for people.
Here's what the deal is. They think it's too good to be true. That's got to be it. What else could it be? There must be something here that I'm missing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, Kathy, what's happening?
Hi, I'm wanting to get my credit straightened up, and I've had people tell me, oh, don't do this because they'll mess you around, and don't do this because you don't need to spend the money to do that. And I was hoping you had a referral for someone up in the northern part of Colorado.
Okay, Kathy,
give me.
I have never found a real credit repair place that works.
Okay.
You can do it yourself, though.
And I'll tell you why. Because if it's true and accurate, they're going to keep it on there. And if it's not, you can get it removed. That is the sad truth. It's going to take work on your part. You have to go online and do it. And if you hang on, I'll give you the quick steps, okay? And then if anyone knows about one that really worked, please call us, 303-713-TALK.
You got to dispute
Colorado
everything and just hope for the best.
Joe, I got a question on something. When we did the hang, well, I got 67 airplane hangers, and we did, but there's not much to do there in the LED lighting. A couple problems is the FAA regulations on what kind of lights can be above airplanes is nuts. It's absolutely crazy. It has to be either Pyrex or Lexan, the lens. Doesn't matter what's in there. If you put a fluorescent light up, it has to be a Pyrex or lens. It has to have this FAA approval. So those are a pain in the ass. But in our offices, we've only got a few, but we have the fluorescent lights. And I couldn't get an answer. Is there LED bulbs for those?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't get a straight answer on
Yeah, we do those all day, every day.
You got your card.
Yeah.
And then the second one was in some of the big hangars. Now, they're not used enough. You know, some of these hangars are 20 years old, and we've replaced maybe 3 light bulbs in 67. The big 400-watt metal halides that are in there, they take a long time to come on.
Yeah.
But they're not used enough to save anything. You know, it's an odd situation.
Yeah, you have to use the lights to, to save your money.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
But is there a replacement for stuff that big?
Oh, yeah.
Watt? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we do warehouses. A lot of warehouses have those 400-watt.
Yeah, exactly. That's what these are.
And they don't. The lighting isn't even very good. Those things lose about 40% of their of the brightness.
What do you think?
In the first 3 years that you have, first maybe shorter than that.
That's what we're told to watch for.
So they diminish really quickly. Actually, in the first 6 months,
you just gotta
they probably lose 20%.
Like say electric fence charger
and
and stuff.
LEDs lose some
put all
over
the
their
static out
lifetime,
now
but it's
the
only
computer. I
about
don't understand how the
15% over the
computer
entire life of
that makes
the
no
lamp.
sense.
So it's really not
So you don't think
noticeable.
it's a flight school?
Why?
The
I
only
have no
one
idea.
they're replacing because they're open every day.
The other thing is that
You got a good
LEDs
idea.
come on immediately. And secondly, usually those enclosures for the metal halides are pretty restrictive as far as how well they distribute the
be
light.
wrong on one.
But I like
him as far as his neighbor talking on, that's
what
pretty
these ones
easy
to
to get.
replace. Those are only about a foot in diameter.
If you're
and about that thick.
Right.
And
Well, you can drop. You can
the light
get
is
5,
distributed like
10 watts.
150
You
degrees.
can only transmit a half
And
watt.
they're brighter than the metal halides. And not to mention they only.
Well, that's how my
use
old
100
scanner.
150 watts.
So
When the flight school
then
moves out, I think
2.4
I'm gonna change
megahertz wave,
that building,
where
whatever
those
we put
phones
in
are
there,
out,
it's
they
amazing
block them
every
out
day.
from all scanners.
A lot of
So
these
when
hangars, we
mine
might
was
have
a Radio
somebody
Shack, when
once
they
a
made
month.
it,
Well, it truly is a
basically you
no-brainer
would
if
skip
you're
right
using
over
like
the
a train
train
case
while you were searching.
If
You
you're
couldn't
using
direct
it,
dial
it's a
it.
no-brainer.
Yeah, I
They
know,
made it
but,
Radio
if
Shack,
you're
there's a
not,
couple
then it
models
just
where
doesn't make
people
sense.
figured out
Because you're going
how
to
to
spend
hack
all that,
in and
you're going to
unblock
spend
it.
money,
And that's what I
and
had.
you're not going to get.
Yeah, we
Well,
hey,
with
Radio Shack,
accelerator, you'd still
They're
get probably
gone.
get
I don't know if
good
Tandy Radio.
because
They definitely did a chapter 7. But I think it was called
and
Tandy.
based on the lamp and not how much you
Do you
use.
remember when they
In
did?
Colorado Springs, they base it all on how much you use the lamp.
No, but do you remember? I'll tell you what Radio Shack.
We replaced
They're
their
down.
furnaces this year because the rebate was so.
Well, no, they didn't.
Radio Shack survives its second bankruptcy.
We basically got them for free.
How many stores? I wonder how many
The
stores.
rebate on those. We bought them, put them in, so when we bought them.
Well, someone came in, Sprint or T-Mobile came in and bought a shitload of them, or took over a shitload of leases. Oh,
A lot of stuff.
who owns Radio Shack? I swear it's Tandy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tandy was. It used to be.
They were all 3
But I don't know what Tandy is.
22 years old, all 3 furnaces.
Yeah, I guess
They
he
just
does
weren't worth
He was the same guy.
waiting for me. You do it for free now, and they're 90%.
Really?
Oh, this is Shake Shack.
Yeah, those
It's the
high
same
efficiency
thing.
ones are.
It's almost Shack.
really
How
nice.
did it
One of
smell
them had
correct?
cabin,
Shake Shack.
small crawl space under,
Why?
the cabin steps down, only a third of the base is a crawl space under, not a lot of room.
Yeah.
But the big deal is the
general wire.
There's no chimney or anything going through.
Well, if you put in a high efficiency,
Standard
you
General
don't need
required
those.
it.
Plastic pipe on sideways.
But here's where their demise was. I don't, how long you been in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Radio Shack
We're also
downtown.
able to use what are called blow
Okay.
ducts down there.
So,
Soft
around,
when the air goes in, they
I'm
blow
gonna
up.
guess 99, 98. There was this place down by the mall. Now it's this weird Sears, which is, by the way, out of business. But it was called Incredible Universe. And Radio Shack opened up.
I remember that.
A mega fucking Radio Shack, the size of a Walmart. And it failed on its feet so fast. But that was the demise of Tandy and Radio Shack. You remember that place?
Yeah, but Radio Shack held on many years after.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying that was one of their biggest mistakes trying to open those things.
Radio Shack couldn't decide what they were going to be, a cell phone store or a computer store.
Yeah, but God, I mean, you got to admit, they didn't know how to change, but that brand shit, we all grew up with it, man. If you wanted a little resistor shit.
There's one you probably don't even know called Lafayette.
No, I've never heard of that.
That was a big name. You remember Lafayette?
No. What is it, East Coast?
Were they here? Big
After
maybe
he
East
lit up
Coast.
their
Yeah, they're very good things. Now you just go to Mauser or DigiKey online.
Who was,
2 days.
do you remember Crazy Larry? They were huge. Soundtrack? No, what was it?
You mean on the East Coast?
East Coast. It was
Crazy Eddie, wasn't it?
Crazy Eddie. But what was his?
Stereo warehouse of some kind?
Yeah, his prices will drive you crazy.
It is.
No, but that's who that was made off of. That's funny.
Electronics Emporium or something, Crazy Eddie?
I'm going to look it up. I remember Crazy Eddie's commercials growing up.
Do you remember a guy in New York or New Jersey named...
I talked to our sleep guy. I told him his website's dreadful as far as the name and the name of his business. I mean, TMJ Therapy and Sleep Center.
No, he's got a different one. He emailed me
today.
Yeah,
I talked to him. I told him
yeah, I know. It's no. This is another one he owns. It's got nothing to do with picking one. He said, "Hey, I also own this."
What is it?
Let me look it up.
Talking about Dr. Barry, who was here yesterday.
Yeah, I'm going to help him.
I got 4 appointments for him yesterday.
Good.
My brother-in-law, my sister, my wife, and my friend's wife, Kathy, all have those.
Do you know why it takes so long, Mark? Because of insurance. It has nothing to do with him. It's because of insurance. Because do you remember when I was thinking, oh crap, that's way too long, Mark? Do you remember? You read my mind probably. Yeah. Way too long of a process, but it's all insurance.
All 4 people I talked to said, oh yeah, I've heard about those things, I've heard about those things, about the oral appliances. But all of them have the damn CPAP machines. None of them have done anything about it.
Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Centeno Schultz for stem cell therapy, real stem cell therapy, the place I recommend for stem cell therapy, one of the few clinics that use living stem cells. So we have a show here that's very simple to understand. If you had to sum it up, we help people by solving problems, answering questions, and taking complaints, as we've been doing for nearly 40 years in Denver, the longest-running radio show currently on the air with the same host, and all you have to do to get help is call. Now, you can call 24/7 at 303-MARTINO, or you can call when we're on the air. And by the way, if you call 303-MARTINO and we're in the studio, it'll automatically come here. If you call 303-713-TALK, you'll come here. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on the iHeartRadio app as well, and of course KHOW and KRDO Radio. Hey, listen, if you want to get help with your pain, a shoulder, a hip, a back, ACL tears, they can fix most of them with stem cell therapy. 303-963-9201. Please don't go to chiropractic offices that have amniotic fluid. It's not living stem cells. If you want real stem cell therapy, they must be harvested from you in the office and then redirected into you with guided injections. And I recommend only MDs, offices with MDs doing the work. So it's 303-963-9201, Centeno Schultz. Dr. Centeno was the original doctor in the country to do stem cell therapy. 303-963-9201. Diane has a problem with a roofer. Diane, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Thank you so much for taking my call. You're a man that's heard everything. All I ask is that if I'm wrong, you tell me.
Okay.
I have a relationship with this roofer for the last 12 years.
A relationship of what kind, Diane?
Where he has been working on my house.
Okay, it's when you say relationship, I wonder. So it's just a business working relationship.
Yes.
And for the you said 10 years?
12 years.
12 years. And what has he been doing for you? Only roofing, or does he do other things?
Only roofing.
Okay, so what's going on?
I have a mansard roof.
What roof?
A mansard with the shake shingles.
Okay.
And it's a very large roof. So I can't afford to get a letter from the insurance company saying, you know, it's your roof is shot, you need to replace it. So every other year I have them come out and I have them replace missing shingles and do whatever is necessary.
Yeah, you didn't want to get the letter from the insurance company and have to replace it on your dime.
Correct.
Right.
So I just maintain it.
Right.
So this year, I contacted him, and he came out, and he gave me a bid, and the bid was for 135 to 145 medium shingles, missing and broken, and then replace one roof jack that is rotted out. So, okay, so he comes out mid-December, and he does the work.
Okay.
And that weekend, I walk the perimeter and look at the roof, and I see that there's flashing exposed. I see that there's shingles hanging by a thread. There are missing shingles, and I'm going, well, the check's been cashed, you know. So the following weekend, I had somebody here.
Okay, Diane, hold on. You've known this guy for 12 years. You had him do work. We're only talking about the latest job he did. When did he do that job? In May?
No, mid-December.
Mid-December, I'm sorry. So tell me what the problem is. Let's get right to the problem. I don't need to know about the other people. What is the problem?
There are no shingles that have been replaced.
So he charged you. He charged you for replacing around 200, and none of them have been done.
No, I climbed up on the roof and I counted, and there was around 90 that had been replaced.
90 replaced, okay.
So I called him and I said, you know, let's get the rest of them done here. So
how many were you charged for?
135 to 145.
Okay, well, okay, that's not really a big deal. I mean, as far as the numbers, what I'm more concerned about is you have problems he didn't fix, but he charged you.
Well, you know, that's just the thing. He has now sent me another bill or another bid for another 75 to 85 shingles to the tune of $1,151.
How much was the first check?
$2,130.
$2,100 for what was supposed to be 135 shingles, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
wouldn't the bid be for the entire amount? I mean, I'm a hairdresser. You come in for a haircut.
I understand. Listen, I don't know. First of all, you're concerned because in mid-December you hired him, and now he's giving you another bid. Did you ask him straight up, just plain English, did you do the original job? Did you ask him that? Hey, I just hired you. Did you do that job?
Well, it's obvious he did some of the work.
I'm asking you if you asked him.
No, I did not.
Did you talk to him about your concerns?
That's what you need to do.
Yes, I have.
And what did he say?
I got another bid.
Okay, here's what
you... And it's like, why wouldn't... when I got that bid, isn't it okay to assume that you're going to fix every broken shingle on the house? Why just do the top of the house, and why not do the sides?
Well, Diane, here's what you need to do. You need to... I'm not going to call him yet because we don't have a problem yet. You need to call him and say this. Here's what you need to say. I paid you in mid-December. I'm concerned that I'm now getting another bid. What I need to know is the original job you did in mid-December. Why did that not take care of everything? I paid you for 135 shingles. I counted only 90. Get an answer. And then say, shouldn't I get a credit toward that? And these new ones that you found, were they there in December? Did you ignore them? Or did they just have... Ask him. When he knows that you're aware, he's going to start either doing it or coming up with an excuse, and we can find out. But he has to know you're aware. You're thinking this to yourself and calling me about it, but you never confronted him about it.
I have. And his comment was, in a voicemail, was that the wind and rain gets into the roof from the top, and that's why he addressed the top. And that's why he did the shingles on top. Well, why wouldn't he do the shingles on the sides as well?
See, what I think you should do, Diane, I think you should cut bait and run. That's what I think you should do. I don't think you should use him. I think you should go to my referral list at referrallist.com. You should find a good roofer like Excel Roofing. You should have them come out and give you a complete bid on fixing the roof the right way and get it done. That's the way. That's what I can tell you, because it's obvious that this guy is is not being honest with you, you're not communicating with him, that is the way to do it. I don't think you can go back now because you've piecemealed this roof. It's going to be difficult to go back and figure out what he did, why he did it, what he needs to do. He just keeps giving you bids for new repairs, and he's trying to hold this roof together. Another thing, Diane, you may not have the money, but you really should tear it off and just put on an upgraded asphalt roof, but you probably can't. Or pray for hail.
The Manser roof, I looked it up. It's wild. It's like this, and then it drops straight down like half the house.
Okay, straight and then very steep sides.
Not just steep, in some cases, almost vertical. That's why it's probably so expensive.
But in any case, Diane, really, I'm serious when I tell you that. You need to call someone on a referral list and get someone out there to literally give you a complete bid. They won't do what this guy is doing. They just won't do it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jeff is calling from City Lock. Jeff is on my referral list. Jeff, what do you want to do?
Hello there. How you doing?
Hey, man, what do you want to do?
Okay, we have a screaming deal. This is a little different than what I usually do. This is for commercial users. If someone has access to a workout room in a condo, or they want to use this for a counting room at a grow facility, any place where they need security, it's much like a hotel lock. It's a card-based lock, self-contained.
I've seen them, yeah.
No computer whatsoever. Comes with a deck of cards for all the functionality included.
So these are for commercial buildings?
For commercial buildings, yes.
Yeah, okay. So what are you offering?
Okay. I have one new in the box, along with a brand new set of the cards, and I have a mounted one of the same thing with a started set of cards I used as a demo.
Okay.
And this is a current lock. It's called a Learn Lock number 850L.
How much for them?
All right. Both of them together would be worth $2,400 if they were ordered today from my warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to sell both of them for $300.
Oh my God! Wait! So do they pick them up at your place?
They come to City Lock in Boulder. Give me $300. They have to.
And they get these digital electronic locks that are card activated for just $300.
For two of them.
I would love to buy. Actually, man. So you can, even if I wanted to, it doesn't even have to be commercial. If I wanted to install one, I could.
You couldn't put it on a house in most cases unless the door didn't have a window near it.
Right.
You'd have a little problem.
But like
in a home.
Like a hangar or a man cave.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. How often do you get those?
No, these are two. I'm moving to a different product, but this is a current product.
Okay, I don't want to ace out my listeners. I do not want to ace out my listeners. But if you don't sell them, I want them. I'm serious, okay? And I'm dead serious, by the way.
I want to say again, it's called a Solitaire 850L Learn Lock. It can be looked up online.
How do you program the cards?
The deck of cards comes with function cards. There's a Learn card. You swipe that, then you swipe in the user card.
This is okay. Here,
like a hotel setup.
He's going to sell these in 5 seconds. Damn it, Jeff! I wish you would have called me privately. Okay, because it would be bad taste for me to take it away from listeners.
Deputy Dan would if he wanted him.
303-444-4407. If you want these two locks. Hey, can they buy one at a Jeff, can they buy one at a time?
If they buy one at a time, it's $400.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
I only have these two. If I order more, they're about $900.
Do you get both of them? Hold on. Do you get both of them for $300?
Both of them.
This is incredible with the Learn cards and so. I'd love to put one on my thing. Okay, Jeff, if you ever get one of these again, don't ever call in with a screaming deal. 303-444-4407, folks. And Jeff, at the end of the day, please, or later on, call me please call me if you did not sell them. I honest to goodness want them. I'd love to put one on a hanger. That would be cool. I can think of all kinds of places to do that. Anyway, Steve, you got a kudos for somebody. What is it, Steve?
Hey, this is Steve up in Broomfield.
Yes,
I used the Price Fixer marketing, I guess, out of Apple Air last summer to put in an air conditioner.
Yeah.
I just want to send out props for those guys. They were fast. They were really affordable, under $3,000 for a new AC unit for my roof.
Cool.
Came out within a week, got it all done.
I'm glad you love it.
A little bit of a hiccup, and Todd called me himself and late evening and told me that they're coming out the next day to fix it. So it was just a good experience.
You know what? I love that you said that, Steve. Thank you very much. Price Fixer on my referral list, referrallist.com. Here's what I want to say. We have all kinds of goods and services on my referral list. And they all compete with each other. And there's some good for others and others good for others. And I want you to shop. But just use the referral list and then shop within the referral list. Nothing wrong with that. He loves it. I love that we have good people like Art of Granite. You know, Mitch Floria has been on my referral list for years. And what a great job he does. It's basically countertops and cabinets. He doesn't charge above wholesale for his countertop material, whether it's granite or anything else. He only charges for fabrication and installation. He tears out and hauls away free. He'll do your bathroom free when you have the kitchen done, and he'll do the cabinets for a small markup. And here's the greatest thing about his company. He will give you prices on the phone, and then you come out to Golden to get the exact price. It doesn't differ that much. 7 days a week, the mountain communities and Denver, 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net.
Look at this roof here, man. This is incredible.
Dan, can you talk to him about One Source Autos?
Maybe we should
Look at my screen real quick. I've seen these before.
The update already happened. The next step was to call the owner.
So remember the lifted Jeep and everything?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by, so Pure Boy calls in with a screaming deal, no screaming deals?
I can't.
Okay.
Now, on Car Day, I'll do screaming deal for him.
Okay, so you will do it for Pure Boy, but no one else.
Car Day. No other screaming deals unless they go through him. It's going to be a sponsor. We don't have enough time. We have too many lives and too many commercials. Don't you agree, Mark?
Well, do I agree? You got 30 minutes of fucking spots.
Okay.
Now that one happened to be a great frickin' screaming deal.
Look at that. That's a Mansa roof.
Oh my God.
How the fuck much do you think that job is? Oh.
Okay, so we already had
That's what I'm
Matoski on
saying.
for the
Mark,
update. The follow-up was to call the owner.
Look at this thing.
I know, but I know what they are.
The whole house, there's no siding. The whole fucking house is the roof.
The shingles, every one of them has a crack in them. How do you determine which one to change?
The one with the lifted Jeep. Budget A1 looked at it. The owner of the dealership wasn't in on Friday. She's holding. What the hell do I do with this woman?
Well, let's have.
Is she screwed?
Is the owner coming on?
That's what I said to Dan. We haven't talked to the owner to tell him what Budget A1 said.
Right, do you remember exactly what Budget A1 said?
Yeah.
I thought he said that.
I do.
Okay, so
I do.
okay.
Yeah.
What is it? So we can call the owner.
Well, what Budget A1 said is there's no problem with the damn.
So Jerry's screwed. I'm just going to tell her she's screwed to move on with her.
Yeah, that's where we left off on that Jeep, right?
That's what I thought.
Wait, what is it, folks?
The lifted Jeep. The lifted
The
Jeep.
lifted Jeep that had no problem, but it was lifted. If it goes over 55, it would shake, remember?
Well, they didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, we were going to call the dealer back on Friday. He wasn't in. Now she's looking for an update. So there really isn't any.
Well, hold on. I guess we had kind of told her that it was, the guy said it wasn't done improperly. He says it's just not made for what she wants to do.
Even though he told her, but that's.
Oh, that's what we were going to ask. Remember, she said, he told me it would drive fine on the highway.
Right.
He told me this.
If the dealer will come on, he won't.
Okay. No, I'll try to call him.
No, he'll probably.
He wasn't here Friday.
Get the dealer on.
She's calling for an update because we said we'd call the dealer. I just don't remember why.
I think the dealer, look, tell him to come on. He's not going to be skewered. I mean, they sold a freaking lifted Jeep.
So
He came on before. He was fine.
And this kid said he's bought lifted cars before.
I know, he buried himself towards the end.
That's what he said.
I bought 12 of them before, or whatever he said.
Can you switch me over? I'm going to call the dealer.
Go ahead. You call the dealer, I'll switch you over.
Move?
How much do you think that roof would be? Just throw a number out, the one you looked at. 100,000?
Oh, no. It depends on how many squares, but you take the normal price per square, take that, and I would 1.5 it.
That's 1.5, there's no siding, the entire house is roofed.
Yeah, but that's a Mansa. Hold on. Her house may not have siding on the siding. I mean, roofing on the siding.
Okay.
Just because they say Mansa roof, that house did that for design. Normally, those columns would be brick and the side would be siding.
Okay.
They don't always do that. They don't always do the whole house.
my house.
I see what you're saying.
The expense comes in here, Mark. The expense comes in here.
So you're saying a lot of times this would be brick? Or
Yeah. They would trim. This would all be regular. You see these breaks
Well,
here?
okay, I see. Here's other ones.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
And the reason the expense, so once again, you're vertical.
This is an expense, a big expense.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, they can't get on the roof and work that to keep moving ladders.
No, it'd be or scaffolding.
Now they may hang across. Maybe hold on. They might like sling across like a mountain climber. I don't know. I don't even know how they would do it.
You can put roof jacks on and stand on a platform.
I've got scaffolding.
Regardless, it's an
Do you have
added
your
expense.
checkbook? Is it in the car?
Yeah.
It's
in
for
my,
the
I put
county
a
assessors.
50-year roof on my house, 20 stairs
And if you could,
for about,
bring up my glasses. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, and I sent you a message. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Paper towels.
I did mine last time. I hired a general contractor I know and trust. I literally bought my own shingles, had them delivered out to the house.
Well, sure, if you can do that, you'll save money.
Oh, I'd saved a shitload, and then called them. I'd have Jay do it now, though. I mean, this was years ago. I wouldn't mess around. I really would have Jay.
If anybody ever needs, I've got a ton of scaffolding with wheels, planks.
That's good to know.
Needs to use it because sometimes
How do you move it around?
it'll fit in a pickup environment.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Plumline Services has a special on furnaces. Now, Plumline Services, of course, will give you free second opinions if you're ever told you need something. You know, I always urge you to shop around, even with people on the referral list. And Plumline is happy to take a stab at your business. That's why they do free second opinions for any major job that they say you need. And if you really need it, you need it. If you don't, Plumline will tell you. But they have savings on furnaces now. You can save more than $2,000 on a new furnace and AC system. And that's some utility company rebates along with a discount from Plumline. 0% financing for 12 months, 10 years parts and labor warranty. Give them a call, 303-586-1086, plumlineservices.com. They've been on my list for years and years. Really good people, honest, ethical. They give you all prices up front, 303-586-1086. Okay, let's talk to Kathy because I promised I'd get back to her. I'm so sorry, Kathy. With credit repair, a lot of these places, they say they're going to repair your credit, and they really don't work if you truly have disputes on there that are real. Where they help is if you have inaccurate information or sketchy information. They really can help because they badger people, and they will fight where you don't have the time to do that. So there are some that work that way. But if something is accurate, they're not going to get it removed. Or if the company says it's accurate.
Credit bureaus, credit reporting agencies, they're supposed to err on the side of the consumer, but they do not. The Federal Trade Commission said you're supposed to err where there's a question on the side of consumers, but they do not. They cater to companies. They take companies' words. Companies do not have to show documentation. It is a dreadful system. If the company says, oh, that's accurate, I swear to you, that's all it takes. They just have to say it's accurate, and the credit reporting agencies will not take it off. The only time they take it off is if it's a really reputable creditor who says, oh, you know what, yeah, we did screw up. Or a really reputable creditor says, we shouldn't have done that, or a disreputable creditor who doesn't answer them, just ignores it. That's the only time you're going to get it taken off. So what were you going to say, Mark?
Well, there's one other thing that happens quite a bit, and they will take it off. If you had a bankruptcy, and basically they're still listing old debt on it, which happens all the time, they will remove that almost instantaneously.
They should not have it listed twice if it's part of a BK. Now, Kathy, what stuff do you want to remove?
Well, I got the credit report from Experian, and I went to try to get a loan, and they told me that my credit rating wasn't that bad, but I had a judgment on there.
And what is it?
It looks like it's medical bills, but it doesn't actually say on the report from the Experian.
Not on every item. There should be a phone number. Except for judgments, there's a case number, and you can research it.
What's the date on it?
I can't tell you right now. I don't have it.
It doesn't matter. If it's a judgment, you can go to the case file and research it, and that's what you need to do.
But it doesn't show that I have a judgment. It shouldn't.
No, wait. You just told me it said a judgment.
No, I went to get a loan with someone.
Well, so, hold on.
She's saying the credit report doesn't show it, but the loan company did? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
If the lender turns you down due to a negative thing on your credit, they have to tell you where they found it.
And I think they have to send you a letter.
they have to tell you where they found it. Yes, Mark, in a letter. They have to tell you that according to whatever, it could be TransUnion, it could be Equifax, it may not be Experian. Not all three of them have all three the same.
Oh, okay.
So you need to check, and you get them free if you were turned down for the loan. You get, and they should tell you that. Did the lender tell you that? Did they say, due to something reported on TransUnion or something? Well, they have to tell you. You need to ask them where they got it. Then you go to that credit union, to that credit reporting agency, credit bureaus they call them, and you need to get it sent to you.
You can get all three for free once a year at annualcreditreport.com.
And that's the only legit one, annualcreditreport.com. And then call us if you need help after that, but at least go that far. We can't do that for you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Werner, hey, we have lines open, by the way, at 303-713-TALK. You can get right in with a problem, a question, a complaint, a sound off, a question about anything, and you can even tell us why you're special, or as we like to do, the 15-second uninterrupted hit and get, I call it, because of Tom, who invented that years ago and gave that to me, Tom Jensen. Hey, Werner, what is going on?
Hello.
What's going on, Werner?
I ordered a herbal product from Pure Garcinia, Cambodia, in California.
Yeah?
In August.
Yeah?
And it's a 30-day supply, but you have to cancel within 14 days. Otherwise, you get another charge.
Right. It's, yeah. I can't stand those auto fills and stuff. Anyway, what about it?
Since October, I made 4 phone calls to different numbers. Every time I have no account, so I cannot get an
Werner, they do that on purpose. They make it difficult on purpose. Here's what you need to do. You're not going to like the answer. Do they do it on a credit card?
Yeah.
You have to cancel the credit card.
Have to cancel it.
Yeah, because even if you dispute the charge, they will take the charge off, but then the next charge will go on.
Yeah, it's going on for 4 months.
Yeah, you need to literally close. Here's what I would do. I would tell them I lost the credit card, or you want a new credit card, you think it's been compromised, whatever, get a new credit card, get rid of it. That's what I would do. It's that easy.
You might even want to go with a new company.
And I'm going to be honest with you here, Werner. That's a better idea. If you want to just get a whole new credit card and then cancel that one altogether. Who issues that credit card?
Discover.
Okay. If you love Discover, keep it and do it. I mean, if you want. But here's the deal, Werner. This is very important. You need to do it immediately. You just tell them you want another card. You think someone looked at it or found it or it's lost. Whatever you want to tell them, I don't care. Just tell them you want another card. And the other thing is, I would definitely, on the past charges, I'm going to be honest with you, we can probably not get it back for you. We probably can't because they're dirt. These places are dirt.
You remember Salesforce, what they did to us? We canceled the one TSN credit card.
Right.
We got a new one, new number, new everything, not knowing that the credit card company would allow them and give them the information on the new one, and they charged us again.
Now, let me tell you what that is. This is very important. When we come back, if you have a credit card and you want to get another credit card because it's lost or stolen, don't be fooled. There are times they can go after that new credit card, and we will tell you about it coming right up, so you need to stay tuned for that, okay? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you want to put your car in the hands of someone who you can trust, I know I trust him with mine, Pro Auto Care. What a great auto facility. Now, Pro Auto Care does something that I love. They do reminders of any kind of maintenance you need. Think about it. You don't have to worry about when is my oil change due, when is this due, when is that due. Manufacturer's recommendations are all just reminded. You're reminded with a text or an email. I love it. They're like my car nanny. They take care of it all. I urge you to go to 303proauto.com and look at all their specials, especially for new customers and Martino listeners. And you can click on my name to find them. And remember, every repair comes with 36,000-mile roadside assistance, so virtually you're always under protection because you're having stuff done there, right? Whether it's maintenance or repairs, 303-PRO-AUTO is the phone number, 303-PRO-AUTO.
How's it going, Tom?
Excellent. Yep.
Yeah, you should tell them.
I think your business, though, it's a shame. Your business should be flying off the freaking wall. I mean, I swear to God, there's something wrong here. If it's not, we got to figure it out.
I think what Mark says, people think it's one of those too good to be true things.
We got to
They
figure it out.
must. They must.
Because here you could also tell them that you may as well do it now while you get the rebate, because everybody's going to go to LED.
Right.
Everybody's
It
going
is
to go
going
to
to
LED.
happen. Right.
Did you get it from her? No, what you call
No, I got it from.
We'll get it from Suzanne.
There must be a different cost from the regular, right?
And I would call them and
The
just say,
They're more expensive.
Right, okay, so there are.
They're about, and they use about half the energy that the old technology uses. So they're not as efficient either.
Okay.
But they're still twice as efficient.
Right. I would have thought even more.
Plus, and the other benefits
Is the heat.
is the lack of the heat. Yeah.
I mean, so you don't have to cool that thing, and like I say, if they get too close to the plants, they burn. But like I say, I can't remember his last name, but if you got a card and stuff, I'll have him give you a holler and stuff, because to me, I would have thought better than twice as efficient, because what are most places used now for us?
Well, actually, it depends on what they're using. Some of them are using like 600 watt sodium. Some of them are using 1,000 watt sodium. These things will use about 300 watts.
Sodium vapors.
But I don't know how many lamps. My question is, I don't know how many plants one of these LED units will provide light for,
right.
as opposed to maybe one of these sodium lamps that are hung
So
6 feet away.
What do you replace them with? You put them just the LED, like a fluorescent bulb? Is that what they go in there, or what?
Well, it's a rack of LEDs that might be
You guys,
4 by maybe 3 by 4 in size, and you'll hang these down over the.
Oh, you can buy them on Amazon.
tell me this. Do you think if I set a website for sleep apnea, sleepapnea.com, people know how to spell it?
You doing?
Oh.
Hey,
I bet you people, and I
listen to.
Well, a lot of times when you type it in, it's going to come up there. But
I'm on it.
No, it won't.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Do you think it does?
Well, if you just, if you have
Where did you get that idea?
LED lighting, of course.
Where did you get that idea, brother?
Where did I get it?
That would come up.
Yeah. Well, no, if you just start
That's
typing.
only if it's in your history.
It's commercial time right now.
That's only if it's in your history. It doesn't just come up.
Well, here I just typed, like say in Google, apnea, I just started.
You're full of crap.
Oh, it just came right there. APNEA.
Come on.
Sleep AP, and it came up.
You're full of garbage.
Come on, Tom.
Seriously?
Lunch?
Seriously? No.
No, yeah.
Even if it's not in your history.
Yeah. I just typed it in. Google.
Another precious stage of this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs,
God, Mark likes so many domains
it's a
here.
mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or trauma related to substance abuse, please know.
I want to get sleep apnea
There's
with the
help.
wrong
Call the
spellings.
Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address your concerns. 720.
I didn't realize sleep apnea.
Because I think people would spell it.
It's such an easy word to spell. It's just like it sounds. APNEA.
But I think, don't you think people would do APNIA?
Different things, right? Or APEAU. Yeah.
No more denials.
Because guess what? Sleep apnea IA is taken. I wonder if he has it.
The Raleigh House, 720.
That sucks. Most people spell it IA because it's taken.
Call today.
Or they had both, and they wanted to just do it.
Look for Rainberry cereals with amazing Onyx sorghum.
What's trending? Let's talk about it. This is Denver
Joe's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Everything's waiting on your love. I'm already waiting.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. I urge you to call them. You can get $1,000 off for just calling and mentioning my name. If you call for an evaluation, you'll be in line for a $1,000 discount on the new hearing aids that are smartphone compatible, so you can use your smartphone to program them. And I'm not talking about a complicated program. I'm talking about an app that you can use them for when you're in crowds, when you're alone, when you want to you just program it for little things like that. No longer do you have to carry a separate unit. It's just with your smartphone. They're wonderful. Also about them, you can take calls with them right in your hearing aids, and they work with tinnitus and with hearing problems, one or both. Call them for a free trial, and you'll get a $1,000 discount if you buy 303-534-0163, 303-534-0163, helpforringing.com. So, Vernon says credit score affected by canceling a credit card. If it's closed by consumer, it is not usually affected, Vernon. Is that what you were going to tell me by telling that guy to close the card, it could hurt him?
Well, I am in the process of paying off all my cards. I have one more to go.
Yeah.
And I just want to reduce the number of cards I have, so I needed to verify, because over the years I've heard several different things about closing accounts, closing credit cards, and how it might affect.
If you close them with open disputes or with balances, it could be a problem, and you pay it off. It has to be zero for a couple months, and closed by consumer would be fine. And however, don't ever do more than a few of them. Don't ever do more than one of them at a time, and separate them by a few months. But I recommend, Vernon, that you keep credit cards even if you don't use them, because having available credit and now periodically, here's what I do. I keep my credit cards and then alternate using them and pay them all off at the end of every month. So I never spend more than I would on any one card, but I spread it around. And I use credit cards even when I have the cash. Now, I know there are some experts and financial gurus who say don't do it, and I say that's wrong. If you have a steady use of credit cards and they're paid off monthly, you get excellent credit scores. Also, they offer protection if ever there's a dispute. How many cards do you have, Vernon?
I have 5.
Okay. I would probably close one, and once it's at zero for a month, I close it, keep the others open, and even when you make small purchases, I would use one at a time and rotate them and pay them all off monthly. I would not use them, of course, to get to the credit limit and make minimum payments. I'm not talking about that.
Well, that's understood. Now, the last thing I have for you is the reason I want to cancel this card is because it has a service fee on it. Other than that, I would definitely keep it.
Yeah, then I would close it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I have a service fee on one of mine. I don't mind paying a service fee.
No, it depends on the card and what it offers.
Exactly. I pay $49 a year. On the Venture card, I get 2% back. The 2% back can be thousands upon thousands of dollars.
No, I always make out on those. So, Vernon, I think you're... Go ahead.
The problem is this card only gives me 1% on my everyday purchases, and then 2% on specialty purchases.
Capital One's got the best cards
I love
out
Capital
there.
One. And by the way, Vernon, you're on the right track, okay? You're on the right track. Andrew says he has some information on closing credit cards. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Tom. So in my experience, there's 2 things that can be affected if you close that credit card.
Okay.
That will affect your credit score. So one of them is your total available balance.
Yep.
So if you have a balance on your credit cards, you close one of them, you reduce your balances and could increase that ratio.
You're right.
So,
and your available credit.
That's why. But what Andrew is talking about is if you have a lot of available credit and you only use a little of it, it's a good sign. And when you close a card, it would show that you're using a larger percentage of the credit available, right?
Correct. And the other thing was the length of your credit history. So the longest open credit card, that also affects your,
you're absolutely right.
Credit score.
That's why I told him it's better to have cards and not use them, or alternate use and use a little, make a few charges on each and pay them all off. That is the best case scenario. Managing credit cards is a very valuable tool. And I'm telling you, I totally disagree with those talk show hosts who say rip up and tear up your credit cards. Now, I guess if it's like a drug to you, you got to do that.
There's one that doesn't even take payments from people they endorse by credit card, is how far he takes it. In other words, let's say I hire him to do endorsements for me and talk about my product in ads, like we do endorsements. He won't take a credit card from his advertisers. Tell me that's not wild.
Well, okay, that's his belief.
He practices what he preaches.
Well, I don't think credit cards are evil. They are valuable
tools. Oh, my God, I save 2% on everything I do.
They are valuable tools.
And it tracks, at the end of the year, you ever look at your Capital One yearly?
I know.
Entertainment, hotels, it breaks down everything.
Also, Mark, how many times have we've saved their ass by disputing a charge?
Oh, my God, millions.
Yeah.
You know what? There's your number one, protection.
Right. 303-713-8255. We have a lot more to talk about. Mike, you want to tell us about a speed trap?
Well, not so much a speed trap. I was in Highlands Ranch, and the vehicle was a Dodge Ram 1500 crew cab, jet black. I mean, it showed no identification of law enforcement. And my question is, does it feel like we're moving towards a secret police society? I just drove by another one on I-25 just before I-225.
Not a secret police society, but I will tell you this. I really do believe, and I'm serious when I say this, they put way too much emphasis on traffic. Way too much. And they don't have the stats to back it up as far as deaths and all of that.
It's revenue, though.
It's revenue.
I'm just saying.
What are they going to do when autonomous vehicles come out, man? Because there will be no speeding, no accidents. You know what I'm saying.
Well, my point is, or my question is, a marked police officer, when I see it, makes me feel good. They're in the community protecting us and doing their job.
I love them.
An unmarked, it makes me feel angry. It makes me feel like we're moving towards a despot
I think that's
government and a secret police.
But I know what Mike is talking about. I do know the spirit of what he's saying. He loves to see to protect and serve in the cars, and he thinks they're being sneaky in those plain black vehicles, and they're just trying to catch you. And really, I know what he means. I really do. Now, do I believe we're moving toward a police society and a secret? No, I don't.
It's going the opposite.
Yeah, now, I love police, but I believe we as a society, somebody's doing it, too much emphasis on traffic violations. Way too many emphasis.
No, we need more border protection and way other stuff.
Just other things. And, if you have a stereo taken out of your car, tough crap. I mean, things like that. I mean, stake out a parking lot where there are a lot of thefts. We've had one place where they have thefts so often that people don't even park there anymore. So I'd rather than a cop hang out there in a plain car than at an intersection.
But be real, there's no revenue from catching a thief. The reason the guy's a thief is he needs money.
That's the reason. If you have an opinion on this, give us a call. Or if you have a problem, a question or a complaint, give us a call. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. If you're looking for a used car, truck, SUV, or van to get a ticket in, go to Rockies at 63rd and Federal. How's that for a transition? Listen, I want you to shop around. I'm serious. Put Rockies on the list. You can't go wrong if you do that. If you don't end up buying at Rockies, okay, fine. But at least you get a stab at one of the largest inventories around with great prices, good ethics, 40 lenders to choose from. And you know what? We don't get complaints about Rockies because they have such a clean shop. They own all of their cars. They can sell them for what they want, when they want. Go there and see what they have. And you can ride around in a golf cart. You can say hello to Shagman, or you can just, walk the lot. And then, as I said, make your deal, and they'll make sure you're 100% approved before you leave. They don't play those games where they deliver cars and then, say, oh, by the way, you got to bring in more money. They don't do that. Rockies Auto, 63rd and Federal, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8, 303-426-4646.
This Oakland lady in jail. So they voted,
Well,
city council voted unanimously to end any
They write
cooperation
traffic countries
with
the
any
state. You know,
U.S. immigration.
Suzanne,
What's
you know, Clinton was a deputy.
Oakland? Oh, Oakland, California. Okay. Okay. Well, I agree. I can't believe you can't write it.
I think they use somebody in jail. I bet they do.
Did you hear what the Democrats are trying to
The county doesn't
do?
get any money.
States of New Jersey, California, New York.
Sue?
No, for the tax.
What, money goes to
They're
the state
saying,
fund?
Hey, Mark,
okay,
I got to tell you something. Sleep apnea is bad, and I'll tell you why. Because most people spell it sleep apnea. How would you spell apnea?
Well, I know how to spell it.
Okay, but a lot of people would do A-P-N-I-A.
Well,
and hold on, there's another guy, unless he owns that. See if he owns that. Sleep apnea, A-P-N-I-A.
But my purpose is most people that listen to that, don't you think they know how to spell
Well, I don't
what
know.
they have?
I don't know. But here's the deal. If he owns apnea, it would be great. IA, find out. If not, look at this one available. Help me sleep dentist. I mean, there's all kinds.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know, we could come up with all kinds, but see if he owns IA.
God, that's a good name.
What is it called?
It's for sale.
Healthy sleep dentist.
I like that one.
The money goes in the state fund. When they write a traffic ticket under a city ordinance, it goes to the city. So
Of course.
the sheriff's department doesn't get any money.
Well, no, Douglas County Sheriff Departments write it. They get it, don't they?
No, it goes to the state fund.
Oh, okay. But
So
Castle Rock Police, it goes to them.
Yes, it goes to them. So most sheriffs don't like their officers.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Very rarely do you see someone pulled over by a sheriff, actually.
Well, they can pull them over all the time, but they don't write a ticket.
Well, I don't. I'm saying on I-25, when someone's getting pulled over, it's either State Patrol or it's either Aurora or Castle Rock or whoever.
Yeah,
Great
exactly,
sleep.
because they get the money.
Great sleep dentist. That's
Ooh,
How
that's
about
better.
great sleep?
Huh?
I like great sleep.
That's going to be taken.
Well,
All of those. I don't like.
How about GRAPE? G-R-A-P-E. GRAPEsleep.com. Just to make people think.
so no, they're saying that you can donate to the state for your taxes, and they'll take it off.
Oh,
So now it's a donation.
I love we're on the... What?
That's what they're trying to do is say, okay, in California, say you're going to owe $15,000.
Yeah, but you can only write off so much for donations.
I don't know what is.
It's very low. It's very low. What's the maximum you can write off on direct donations?
On direct donations?
Yeah,
For the new
federal.
tax law.
No, not the new. They didn't change that though. Maximum donation write off. I'm telling you, it's not like it used to be. Okay, here we go. The IRS has.
50% of your adjusted gross income.
You may hold on. You benefit from your generous
That's-
spirit.
that's lunch.
You may deduct a maximum of up to 50% of your adjusted gross income.
That's lunch.
50%.
well,
My God, I gave away.
back up that.
Holy shit! The more I think about it, the more I donated last year.
You can write up to 50% of your income.
I don't believe it's right.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, first of all, let's look at when this was written. 2004.
So you didn't search very well.
You had 50%.
How would you like to get a free
Oh, wait a minute.
TCR from Purity Products? Just answer yes to any one of these questions. Are you
Okay. No.
So what's for lunch, guys?
Oh man, it's too late. You should have told me. Let's see if we can order something.
No.
When Jimmy John's get here by, we'll buy you lunch. When Jimmy John's get here by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're freaky. They're freaky fast.
They are freaky fast.
They are. They truly
If they will, I'll buy.
No, I'm
We'll
fine.
buy our guy lunch.
I'm good. I'm good.
Have that water. Come on.
I was just messing with you.
Hey man, I'm gonna buy lunch.
You can get a free bottle of green
Seriously.
TCR today. Just cover shipping. Call right now and request your free
So what is it?
Dial 1-800.
So anyway, so that's what they're saying.
I might be
You-
driving up
you-
to Fort
you donate
Collins
to the
to
state.
visit this customer.
Come on.
Good. From here.
326-9621. Again, call now. 1-800-326-9621.
Those lights are so.
God, I'm telling you, the maximum is so little.
These LEDs.
How'd you like this letter? I talked to your secretary, Suzanne.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Who said that?
it doesn't turn people yellow.
Who said it?
It's a live email.
Better than the incandescent.
Oh, well,
Send it-
maybe.
I wanna see it.
incandescent
Send it to me.
would probably be about the
Okay.
same and stuff. But we had fluorescent. and it just made people yellow.
Oh, yeah. The fluorescence, yeah, it's bad. Plus you can dim these, right? You couldn't dim the fluorescence.
Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. Okay, front range LED lighting. We've been talking to Joe, you know, on and off throughout the show. If you have any problems, questions, complaints, you can give us a call. We have lines wide open. You can get on now. We have plenty of time, and of course, we have another hour to go. So, whatever's on your mind, we want to hear from you. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255.
Call me. Free analysis of your lighting and free estimate.
You know what? Again, and I'm serious, if you know anyone with a commercial building, whether they own it or have a long-time lease, because even with a lease, if you're paying your electric, you're going to save a ton of money. If you have a building 2,000 square feet or bigger, I can see no reason to stay how you are. Convert to LED. There is absolutely no cost.
You know, I know he doesn't
only
do this.
savings. I can say that. No cost, only savings.
It's well worth it, wouldn't you say, even in your own house. If you go out, I know you guys don't do residential, but honestly, even in your own house, if you switch
well, what
the
do you
bulbs,
have? It's just the bulbs, though.
That's what I mean. You'll still save a lot.
You don't have to switch fixtures when you're in your home, except for the fluorescent ones, right? No.
Right.
Well, hold on. Can't you just use the tubes? They have tubes now that you can go right into a normal fluorescent fixture.
But you're still using the ballast power, right?
No.
That's right.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
It's still powered by the ballast, and the ballast is going to fail sometime.
But it'll still save you money on light. But
it's still going to save you the money.
Most people don't have a lot of fluorescents in their house, for goodness sakes, right?
No, but even just those regular LED bulbs. I mean, we have them in the garage.
What do
we
you
have them
think?
in the kitchen,
in
all
a big,
our recessed lighting.
In a big house, what do you think people would save if they did all LED? What would they save? Did you do it?
Last year, I read a thing in
Deputy Clint, did you convert?
In a magazine, we changed every bulb in the house, even the refrigerator.
Mark, we should have known that Clint did it.
Of course. I went in the refrigerator and took that bulb out. My wife says
we have not
it's
talked about
$40 a month.
anything where he doesn't have experience. I swear to God.
And it's real experience.
You've never done stem cell therapy, have you?
Not yet, but I'm going to their...
No. I'm talking as a healthcare practitioner. I would imagine you because you've done everything.
Not yet, but I'm going to their annual conference. Who knows?
Especially if you have,
who's on
incandescence.
Okay, who's on one, Suzanne? Mark. Okay, Mark. Okay, Mark, what's happening? Mark?
Well, a friend of mine's ex might still be his wife. She was cheating on him, took his truck, and sold it.
Now, they were married, right?
As far as I know, they were married. I'd have to check the facts
Okay, hold on. And the wife sold the husband's truck.
Whose title was it?
Yeah.
Who's on title?
The title was in his name. It's still being financed. He was on the phone with the finance company. He still owes $18,000.
Wait a minute.
They were worried about.
She sold it when it was She broke all kinds of laws and fraud. She committed fraud. She sold a truck with a lien on it to someone else. Well, how did that someone else get? I mean, they're going to find out they can't get it registered and titled.
Well, what if she supposedly the guy took it to Mexico and sold it?
Well, then you're all screwed. I mean, she broke the law.
It's a theft. He literally has to report his wife to the police. She stole his truck.
Right.
Now, is he willing to do that? He has to.
No, he said
well, first of all, hey, wait a minute.
Hold on.
He said it was financed.
But just wait. Mark, did he call the cops?
Yes.
Okay, he needs to follow through. Now, what were you saying?
There's holes in this. If it was financed, there's going to be full coverage on it to protect the lender. If the vehicle was stolen, the full coverage should kick in and pay off the loan.
Right, it should. However, they're going to dispute that it was stolen because it's his wife.
Well, she stole it.
I know, but he has to file a police report first.
Right, well, and as far as I know, he did. This lady's treated him wrong a couple of times.
I'm telling you, she broke the law. She committed fraud. The guy who bought it doesn't care because he committed fraud too.
Well, he's not in this country.
Well, but he might be still. And supposedly he took it down there. I believe I've told him the same thing. I would think the finance company, like you said, would have more of a say.
I would tell the finance company, listen, not only would I call the cops, Mark, but I would tell the finance company that my wife committed fraud and sold the truck. Please help me go after her. They will be on his side. And if you want us to talk to him, please get us his number and we'll help him out. This guy's been screwed, or not screwed, or however you want to put it. She's screwing someone else, and she's screwing him at the same time, and it's a total mess. Stick around for more on this and more.
Student loans, car loans, high interest.
We need to get that police report filed because they pick them up a lot of times at the border. They check them through the border.
All right, what do you want?
Are you going to reply to this Colorado Springs one?
Did it send so?
Yeah.
No, of course. I really don't need anything.
You talking about that?
No.
Wait a minute. The only
I
reason
told you I was
did this was
messing
for
with
you.
you.
I don't want
I was
anything.
just messing
Well,
with
then
you.
I don't want anything. I mean, I just was doing.
He's
it.
going to buy. He's going to buy damn lunch.
lunch all over
Wait,
it.
that Uber. What was that? The Uber? Not the, what do you
No,
call
I
that?
am fine. I just had to shake.
I was going to do it because he wanted.
I already got Drew's order.
But I'm not.
Unwitch.
Well, we're not.
Thanks
We're not
anyway,
doing-
Tom.
No?
Thanks
All right.
anyway. I was
Hold
just
on.
messing with
Okay,
you.
I'll have. You know what? I'll have the Italian nightclub. Unwitch.
He owes you a bunch of
You'll
lunch.
eat one. You'll eat one.
No, I got it.
Yeah, do the unwitch.
I'll split one with you.
Take no
Italian.
I actually got to go get blood drawn.
Get Unwitch.
Okay, I'll try that.
Italian nightclub.
I'll try just the lettuce thing.
Three Italian nightclub unwitches, they're called.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I didn't want all that bread.
No, this is.
Italian nightclub is number 9.
I'll have pepperoni pizza.
I don't know.
And just a glass of water.
Just the toppings.
Oh, yeah.
I'll bring you a bottle of water.
Here's a.
Oh, I have water. Never mind. I got to
No, I got 2:30. They got to do blood or something.
You gotta take
All
care of
right,
me.
Dan, you have the unwitch too?
Yeah.
All right, I'll throw an unwitch in there for me.
I learned that from
No,
Okay.
I just got.
I'm going to bring a hot plate in so you can cook me omelets.
And they're freaky fast.
You talking to me?
Yes.
And then I
We
can
should
serve them at
really eat.
35,000 feet?
Yes. We
I
should
think
really
it's
eat
a
more
good
eggs.
We should.
This last hour, I
I love
got 3
it.
really good outfits.
You know what? You should bring boiled eggs.
Oh my God, that's
You
disgusting.
hate hard
Don't ever
boiled
say
eggs?
that again.
Boiled eggs.
What
No.
about deviled eggs?
Oh,
You don't like
God.
deviled eggs?
Oh my God.
Oh, they are so good.
Nasty.
What is wrong with you?
Deviled eggs. First of all, what is it? Pure mayonnaise? Must be real good for you.
No, Miracle Whip.
Or whatever it is. Ugh, gross.
Miracle-
Disgusting.
No,
Don't even talk about it.
I'm gonna
Talk to
tell
the
you
hand.
That's very
It's not my child. It's your child.
so are you, what am I?
I said that to a caller one time years ago.
I remember you said that.
He was, I can't believe
That
blah,
was
blah,
so
whatever.
good.
It was something with Trump. And then he said something and I was just, didn't know what to say, so I said, I know you are, but what am I?
That was such a great comeback.
It was really great.
It's like the nut behind the wheel.
Yeah. Grade school.
I would have fell out of my
Yeah,
chair.
I felt real great about that whole thing. I know you are, but what am I?
That is so good.
Suzanne's looking at me like, did you really fucking just say? I know
That
you
is
are.
so good, though.
I learned it from Tom. When he gets flustered, he goes, I know you are, but what am I?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, you got a picture of that? Oh, I called on the lane with the cream, the $4,500 cream.
Oh, yeah.
He disputed it, and he said he got something this morning that said it was resolved, but didn't say how it was resolved.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
I wonder how it's going to be resolved. Did he ever open it or use it? Didn't his wife use it? This dude dropped $4,500 on cream. Hey, Hyundai service, please. God bless these people.
From a dashboard on your phone. Go to netsuite.com/radio to get your free guide called.
If you ever go to the mall, Joe and stuff, they got little kiosks and stuff with this super expensive cream. And it's not really on price. The guy spent $4,500 on a little, well, I guess like 3 bottles of it. $4,500
At the mall? Hyundai service, please.
Who did that? Let's call him stuff.
Tom, this
His wife
this
broke
lower
out.
they gave me is
He's trying to
unbelievable.
get his
What's that?
We were gonna do a sting.
Hey Alex, Mark Major, it's
Or go down there
M-A-G-E-R. Can you
with
tell me if
Mark
my
and,
windshield has been
start
done and
telling
calibrated,
people,
or do you know?
about this rip-off or the
$1,500.
$4,500.
The total that he spent.
Yeah.
You got 3 jars.
I think it was 3 jars.
Yes, thank you.
3 small little jars, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's my same car, but it's 2018. Twin turbo, 400 horsepower is really the only difference. And it's got that thing your Mercedes did where, like when you, if I hit the cameras, it's got the fake car and it shows everything around it. The new, that's what I'm driving right now.
I thought you had it in your Genesis, the 360 view.
I did not have the 360.
The sky view is unfucking believable.
Yeah, it's in the new Genesis.
Isn't it wonderful?
Well, what I can't get over on this loaner is the twin turbo 400 horsepower.
Are you going to get, you know?
It is the fastest car I have driven.
What do you drive it?
It's exactly like my car, a Genesis. I didn't realize this. With my Genesis, I get all these other amenities that I didn't know I got. Like, my loaner's always going to be equal to my Genesis or better.
That's a good deal. That little ML that my wife has, it's twin turbo 404 horses.
Fast as snot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really.
It's a bullet. I can't believe how fast these cars are now.
Yeah, it's.
I almost don't want one because I'm afraid I'll get just tickets.
You know, I got that truck with 655 horsepower.
You know, I sold my Mercedes.
Yeah.
Good. Wholesale. No, it's not good. I got robbed. But they were very nice to me.
But you got up under a Ferrari.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. And the way I look at it was extra money because really,
the insurance was probably a fortune on it.
Everything was.
The Consumers Real Estate Show, Saturday mornings at 8 on 630.
Tom, I have 3 real good updates.
Oh, I'll tell you what else this thing has. If you put the phone next to you, it starts charging. It's got these wireless charging stations all over the damn thing. I just put my phone down on the way to work today, and my phone came on and started charging. There's a fucking charger built into it.
Phones are automatic induction?
Yeah. My wife has induction chargers at home.
Yeah, and my car has one built in.
That's what this
the
has.
phones actually can.
It's certain phones, or certain phones you have to get
this
a
one
case.
does instant.
Certain phones you have to get a case that interacts with your bat. You plug it. It's weird.
The iPhones seem to be automatic. My wife has those chargers at home that are just that.
No, this thing, dude, I had no idea. I didn't do anything. I literally put my phone down, and I looked down, and it said charging. And I pulled it away and saw the little light go on and off. It just starts charging.
So I wonder what.
Now, it wasn't as quick. It went from 70 to 90% from home to here. Usually that would be 100% in a matter of 10 minutes.
That can't be good for your brain waves.
Oh, I put my head right there. I put my tongue on it.
They have a little induction heaters in the bottom of the cup holders, too, if you have the cups that go in those.
But everybody is complaining about cell phones causing brain cancer.
Yeah.
If they think cell phones are causing, I'll guarantee you these induction chargers are really causing brain cancer.
There's a cup you get into your head, though.
No, but they're right there. They're right there.
What? You don't hold your induction charger to your head at all?
Drive with your in the console?
Speaking of induction, have you guys know anything about the induction stove tops?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the all glass?
All glass one?
No,
well, the ones they're induction.
They take a special pot.
There's no radiant heat
coming from
I
haven't seen them. We have gas.
So you can put your hand on it and it won't be hot?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can turn it on.
Oh, hey, John, they were just checking on my car.
The pan has to be an iron pan.
Yeah. Well, even a copper pan with an iron pan.
Oh, do you know if the part showed up?
A pan.
Wow.
Like the phone charger.
So it must be more.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because if so, I just got to call.
That's the same way the cup holder.
I'll call over to the other people.
Then you'd have to have an iron cup holder.
Yeah, well, it has an iron disc that goes to the bottom of it. You buy a special cup or a special pan. Yeah,
that's pretty cool, actually.
Well, I put in a gas cooktop at my house with my wife.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the
Show! The only show of its kind anywhere in the universe, and the longest running show where we solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints. All you have to do is call us and we'll help you. We love doing it, and we have an interesting discussion going on right now. So you can call and get in on it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. It's why people don't do obvious things that'll save them money. Okay, so we're talking about LED conversion, LED light conversion. Will never cost you money with a commercial building. By the way, this hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7. One of the finest companies I know. I've known the owner probably 25 years, George. And I'm so happy to hear that he's back now with this company with fast growth, because there's a chorus of customers that are satisfied and love their service. And I will tell you, he found problems with my system I didn't even know I had. They literally saved my house from blowing up. I can't believe their service, how thorough it was. And for $39, you will get a licensed, background checked, insured, and drug-screened expert in your home for $39 to look at any problem and give you a diagnosis for just $39. And it'll be honest, and it'll be complete. And if you decide to have the work done, they'll refund the $39. Now, you may think, oh yeah, of course, $39 a refund because it's so much. No, it's not. You will never find the same work done at a lower price anywhere. Ever. The number is 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939 for a $39 diagnostic. So if anything's wrong at your house, get them there. If it's a licensed plumber or HVAC tech you need, call 720-526-3939 for low prices and a guaranteed service call of $39 or free if you have the work done. Let's go to the phones. Mark, this is the interesting discussion. Mark has a friend who's, listen to this, his wife sold his truck. Mark, what is your friend's first name?
It's Nathan.
Okay, so Nathan's wife sold Nathan's truck. It was financed. He still owes $18,000 on it. She's cheating on him. Now, does the cheating on him and the selling of the truck, are they related in any way?
Well, so I'm not sure. I mean, I think she just kind of duped him. She probably was, you know, he had left her, got his act together. I mean, there's a whole long history of.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Okay.
Yeah.
She broke several laws. She committed fraud. She should be arrested. The only way he's going to get his insurance to help is if he opens up a police report and they prosecute her. Now, they don't have to prosecute her. I mean, that's the police's and the DA's jurisdiction. But he has to report it and wash his hands of her to get this insurance.
And so, and she posted stuff on Facebook, and she supposedly, unblocked him and blocked him after she had posted that she did sell the truck, that, you know, I mean, a bunch of personal stuff about, you know, this and that.
Well, she's a nut. She's a nut.
Yeah.
What is he doing about it? Did he move out?
Yeah, basically, he's been homeless. I mean, I'm going to pick him up right now. He, like I said, she sold all his possessions. Part of some of that stuff, whatever had happened, was his driver's license and Social Security card, so he hasn't been able to work. He's a licensed plumber, good guy.
Now, she didn't go, hold on, she didn't get a restraining order, did she?
I'd have to get more specifics. Maybe if I give you my number, you call me back. I'm going to pick him up. We can get more information. But I was in the car with him when he called the finance company, and all that they were really worried about was just trying to get the last two payments that he owes.
No. He, you know, you tell him, no, he's a victim of a crime. Forget that.
Right. That's what I said. I mean, she stole. I was like, is there a GPS on the vehicle? It's a new vehicle. I mean, how could they just, you know? I mean, they could do anything they want, but I'm just saying.
Well, really, hold on. In the purest sense, he does. They're not the bad guys. He owes the money to them, and they don't have to go after that truck. He does, but I wouldn't pay on a truck I don't have, and I'd call the cops, and I would just, you know, I'd raise holy hell. Now, who owns the home?
I'm not sure if they were renting or what.
Well, okay, I mean, listen, I need to talk to him. Listen, Mark, go get him. Call us back. Okay. Suzanne will give you a back line. Suzanne, let's get this guy a back line. We have to help Nathan. This guy's been screwed, man. This is terrible.
I missed it.
Well, it's the guy who, Nathan, he's going to call us. He's not on yet. His wife sold his truck. He owes $18,000.
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, so we have a line open. Actually, we'll have two in a minute, 303-713. Talk 713-8255. Larry, what's going on in your life, Larry?
Hello, Tom.
Hey, what's happening?
I have a problem with the roof.
What's going on?
I had my house was damaged by the hailstorm in May, and I had a roofing company, Roof Corp.
Okay, and what happened? Tell me the problem.
Well, they didn't do all the work they were supposed to do. I mean, they did complete the roof, but there's problems with the shed that was part of the roofing.
Yeah.
The shingles aren't on right.
Okay, so to sum it up, you had a bad job done, and you already paid him. Is that it? Could I make that in short?
Well, I paid partial. I didn't pay all of it.
How much do you owe?
I think I owe like $5,000.
And how much was the full job?
Well, on the estimate it was $18,000.
Yeah.
But he upgraded the roof, the shingles, and it come to $22,000.
Okay, so the insurance agreed to pay for it, right?
Not the $22,000.
Just the 18?
Pay the 18.
Did you agree to that though? Did you want the upgraded shingles?
Well, I didn't know if there was a price difference.
Well, didn't you ask? I mean, you saw the contract. So basically, he did it without asking you?
Well, he said he was going to put on different shingles, and it's like, yeah, but
Larry, did you think you were going to get them free? What did you think?
No, I understand they wouldn't be free.
So you knew you had to pay extra?
Well, I didn't know how much it was going to be extra.
But that's your fault, Larry. It could have been $10,000 or $20,000 extra. That's not his fault. That's yours.
It's what's on the contract, though.
I know. I mean, did he spell it out on the contract?
No.
Well, what do you mean, no? I mean, you didn't get a contract?
Well, I got a contract regarding the roofing.
Yeah.
And it said that, because my house was, shingles were before the codes changed.
Okay, so what did the contract say as the total price?
He didn't have it at the time.
There's no price on that contract?
No.
How do you sign a contract without a price on it?
Because he said it would be the price that the estimate on my insurance
Larry, you
was.
did the #1 grave mistake, and that is a blank contract or a contract where it says, I'll do whatever the insurance company wants. Don't ever sign a contract like that with any roofer, even if they're on my referral list. You make them give you a complete contract with pricing, and if they don't do it, don't use them. And I'll tell you why. Because you need to know what they think you need without talking to the insurance company. Then you compare what the adjuster says to what they say. And that's the only way you're going to get an unbiased opinion. Because too many times, roofers might think you need a bunch of stuff, and the insurance company talks them out of it because the insurance company doesn't want to pay, and the roofer doesn't give a damn, so they side with the insurance company. Meanwhile, you get screwed, and you don't even know it. Now, I'm telling you that what you need to do, everyone needs to do, is call your roofer and get a complete estimate, and if they don't give it to you, kick them the hell out of your house. If they say whatever the insurance company agrees to will do, then you tell them, I don't want you, because I need someone who will tell me what is wrong with my roof and what it will cost. That's what I need. So right now, I'm going to have to play rescue because you did everything wrong. You signed a blank contract, you agreed to an upgrade without even knowing how much it's going to cost, and now you're having problems with the roof. Larry, I mean, I don't mean to chastise you, but I'm talking to the many people out there who haven't yet done these mistakes to help them out.
There could be an upside.
There could be. It could be your contract is not legal.
That's right.
Under the state of Colorado.
Senate Bill 38. If you don't have certain things on there, the scope of work, the materials,
it's null and void.
And the cost.
So, if that stuff, thank you, Mark, if that stuff is not listed as Mark just specified, that contract is null and void. And I'll tell you what, you got to start getting some balls and talking to this guy like you know what you're doing. And don't let him walk all over you. What's the name of this roofing company?
It's called Roof Corp.
Roof Corp. Okay. Now, here's what I need to know. It doesn't automatically mean they did a bad job. What exactly needs to be done on your roof to make it right? Did you get anyone to look at it?
I actually had the person from the company.
We don't want that.
Told him what was wrong with the roof.
And what did he say?
he said he would do it, but he's never been back, and that's been since December 7th.
But you're withholding $5,000 still, though.
No, but here's what I want to know. No, not what I want to know. Here's what you need to do. Larry, you truly need to call someone on my referral list. I'd start with Excel Roofing. We have good roofers on there. I'd start with Excel. I know Jay, he might not be able to do it. Might be too busy. You get someone to go out there and give you a bid on fixing that roof to make it right, okay?
I think it's just the shed, right?
Yes.
How big's this shed? I mean, can you imagine, Tom, the shed costs $5,000, though?
I don't know. But here's what I do know. You get an estimate. What will it cost to bring that to code and make it right? And then you withhold that from the $5,000. If it's $3,000, then you pay the guy the extra $2,000. If the guy says you owe for upgrades and all that, you make him show you by contract, signed by you, that you owe him more. You say you owe him $5,000. What is he going to say you owe him?
Well, but Tom, this is the question. When he came out and
I didn't hear you. You got to say it again.
Okay. When the gentleman from Roof Corp came out,
yes,
and I gave him a check for the
okay,
the work that was done.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
because the roof was put on.
Okay.
And stuff. So
yeah.
But at the time they were doing the roof, he says, "Well, I asked him about the gutters."
Okay. Now we're going. Now hold on. Now we're getting a whole new story now about gutters. Listen, Larry, I want you to state all of your problems when we come back. Here's the moral of the story. If you can get everything done that you thought you were getting done and get it done right for the $5,000 you owe, then you're fine. If you can't, we're going to have to go after them. Hold on, all right?
From the L&L Heating...
Mikey is 15 minutes out from the guy that says his neighbor's blocking the radio.
Okay, I've got my ringer shut off. What that guy says happened
could be
anything.
exactly.
It's your notification.
Or just turn the volume off.
No, you can't.
Well, this guy, he gave me a contract.
I don't know.
Said
All I
in
know
there
is I
what the
can't
amount
have it.
was.
No, I know. I just started going
The
crazy.
homeowner won't have to pay more than the deductible. But then when the
No,
roof was finished,
somebody else
he
can
tried
phone
charging me $3,000 more than what was on
somebody else didn't know what I was talking about.
contract
Talk
there.
to Jeff.
Yeah, he said I'm liable to pay him, and I said, hold on a second. So I read the contract back to him. I said, what's unclear here? Is there something unclear about this contract?
They think it's too good to be true. It's the only explanation.
Oh yeah, we were talking about roofing.
Same thing. It's my answer to everything.
No, like I said, as far as the lights, bring it up. So you said you read the contract?
Yeah, I read the contract back to him.
Oh,
and I said, "What is there something unclear about this? You're trying to charge me an extra $3,000, and you say on your contract."
Oh, this happened to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I just had a roof put on my house.
Okay.
Who did it, by the way? It was a company called Global Roofing. This guy named Danny.
How did he try to get $3 more grand out of you?
He invoiced me for $3,000
But what
more.
was his why? What was his rationale?
He said that the quality that there were vents that he had to put in to meet the code.
But yours was a cash deal.
Well, it was through the insurance company.
So did the insurance company pay him?
Yeah, the insurance company should have paid him.
Well, the guy's is not an honest guy.
Okay.
But so he said, so he tried billing me an extra $3,000 for the
You?
roof. Me.
No,
So he sends me an invoice with no details after the roof is done.
Really?
And the roof was supposed to be $10,000. Well, he billed me for $13,000. So I called him back. I said, what the hell? You tell me this now?
He should be running, so let me know.
Oh, wait, are they live?
So you didn't pay him?
No, hell no. I told him, I said, I'm not paying you.
So they're supposed to pay that.
Hold on a second.
Extra things for codes come up, they're supposed to bill the insurance company.
Right.
And I told him, do me a favor then. Go
told
ask
him-
Drew why they're not on our live sheet. Show
First of all,
us. I mean, because we got to get to the bottom of it.
I read
That's
his
so
contract
weird.
back to him, and I said, tell me what's unclear about this. It says I'm supposed to pay $10,000. It says that I'm not liable for any more than my deductible, and it says.
And what did he say?
Well, then he started backing down.
Still did everything
So
right.
he started backing down. So then he said, well, I said, you can go talk to the insurance company all day if you want, but I'm paying my deductible and that's it. And he said, well, they owe me for. He says, I need to get paid for this extra work that I did. And I said, well, hope it works out.
That's not what the contract says, dude.
Yeah, I said, I hope it works out for you.
Insurance companies issue
So
something.
then I did agree to give him a check
All
right, 303-713-8255.
After I receive it from the
Where did we leave off here? Let's go to line 4. Let me go to James.
Here. Hold on. I got to reach over here. Larry, you there? Larry.
It's James, Mark.
Hold on a second.
James is on 4.
I understand. I got the phone all backwards. Hold on a second. This is insanity. I'm trying to do stuff I wasn't made to do. All right, James, are you there? James!
Hello?
Yes, sir. How can we help you?
Yes, how you doing, Mr. Martino?
We're doing great. How are you, James? What's going on with your paycheck?
I've seen better days. I worked a week for a company, established company called United States Protective Services.
We have to finish with Larry, but
I had to wait a week to get my check, and when I got it, I came down to Belco Credit Union, cashed it, and went on pay my bills. Next time I got a paycheck from my employer at St. Joseph Hospital, Belco is now deducting the check I got from United States Protective Services at the amount of $382.48. I then called the owner and the secretary, Crystal Marr, about the money. She told me, come on down, bring the check.
So what happened, though? It bounced?
It bounced, sir.
Okay, so are they going to make good on the fees and whatever else what other damages you had because they bounced a check?
Yes, they're not going to make good on nothing. Every time I talk to her, she disguises her voice.
Hold on a sec. What's the name of this? What's the name of your company that did this to you?
The United States Protective Services on 14241.
Wait a minute. A government?
She told me Universal Protective Services.
Is it a government agency?
No. Security systems.
Okay, James, why did they bounce the check? Are they in financial difficulty or was it an accounting mistake?
I have no idea.
All right, hold on. Let's call him. Let's just call him. And by the way, you can also go to the Department of Wage and Hour Labor Board. They really do investigate.
Not only that, that's treble damages.
Okay, give us a call. We have lines open, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Larry, the roof and shed. Okay, now, I need you to have someone look at it to find out what needs to be done. But then you brought up gutters. What's going on with gutters?
Well, this is where it comes regarding the shed roof. He said, well, I told him, I says, well, I need the gutters. And he says, well, we'll either do the shed or we'll do the gutters. And
what was on the contract?
Larry, do you have a voice? I mean, that's what Mark just said. What's on the contract? I'll do the shed or I'll do the gutters. Why not do both? They'd be covered by insurance. Larry, you basically did nothing to protect yourself, and you're calling us now trying to make it good. So here, I'm just going to ask basic questions. When the adjuster came out from the insurance company, did the adjuster note that you needed gutters?
Yes.
Okay. Will the insurance pay for gutters?
Yes.
Then why will the roofer not do them?
Because he wanted $1,800 for gutters.
Okay. Well, you said, please remove that. Could you do that as a favor? Please remove that. Just please remove it. Okay? I can't have a cell phone dinging. Okay? Okay. Whose phone is dinging? Can somebody please stop it? Okay? 303-713-TALK. Hold on now. Larry, here's the point. Okay? If you have a problem with the roofer because he won't do it, your insurance should have had a line item on there. In the insurance adjuster, did he leave money for the gutters?
Yes, he did.
Okay. How much?
It was like $500 and some dollars.
And your roofer said it's more like $1,800?
Well, whatever it would have cost to roof the shed, which would have been $1,800.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the gutters. How much did the insurance allow for the gutters?
$500.
Okay. Then why didn't the guy do the gutters?
Because he wanted $1,800 to do the gutters.
Plus $1,800 to do the shed. So he said you pick one or the other.
That is correct.
Why didn't you go to the insurance and say, you're shorting me?
Well, I have.
And what did they say?
Well, right now they told me not to withhold the funds to pay off the balance.
That's what you should do. Here's what you need to do. You need to take the adjuster's sheet And you need to take a good roofer and have them go through it. I don't have time to undo what you did.
There's one more thing that could help you.
Here's what you need. You go through it, and if you can get it done for $5,000, get it done. And then whatever it takes to make it right with the gutters, get it done. If not, then we have to go after this guy for an illegal contract. Meanwhile, people, you need to avoid Roof Corp. If this is true, this is a dreadful. Why don't you call Roof Corp and get the other side of the story too, Clint? We're done talking. What did you have?
He needs to call a public adjuster as well. If they're only offering him $500 for gutters and most roofers are going to charge $1,800, he's got a claim there that someone's missing.
Well, we'll take it one step at a time. First, an inspector, okay, Larry? Just hang on. Yes, Suzanne.
Tom, I talked to James' employer.
Yes, about the bounce paycheck.
Yeah, she said that she told him he could come by any time on Saturday to pick it up, and he never did. He says she wasn't there when he came.
But here's the deal. They do have it, though, right?
That's what she said.
Well, that's all that counts.
Pick it up till 5 o'clock
but I think
today.
are they going to pay for any bounce check items and everything else is created for him?
She said she has the cash there. I did not hear James say anything about bounced fees.
Here's what I would do. I would at least get what I could and worry about that later. Okay? So, James, she said you go there till 5 o'clock today. Go get your money, and we'll worry about extra fees after that. Are you there, James?
Because when she told me to come by on Saturday at 10 o'clock, sir.
I know, she wasn't there, I get it.
She insists she was there,
I get it. It doesn't, James, all that matters is this, okay? Right now, we're talking to you and we're talking to her, and she says they will be there till 5. That's all that matters right now. Go get the money, and let's not worry about yesterday land. Not now, okay? Then, if you don't get your fees and stuff, we'll talk to them, yes?
I'm just going to give him a direct contact for me in case she doesn't have the cash today.
Good. And the other guy that was supposed to call back, I hope he's listening, the guy whose wife sold his truck. What a fiasco that is, and he owes $18,000 on it.
And we're going to have an update. Mikey's headed over to the mysterious house that can listen to the radio except for this show.
Right. That's what he says, that the woman purposely next door creates interference so he can't listen to this show. 303-713-TALK. So we'll have him listen till the end of the show to see if the interference goes away. And then we'll have Mikey report tomorrow on that. Or when he gets there, he can report on the interference. And Mike will have a pretty good idea on what's causing it. He's very technically minded. Yes. By the way, if you have a problem, a question or complaint, no matter how crazy you think it is, listen, I'll give you the respect of listening. When I yell and scream about, why did you do this? It's only to make an emphasis for those listening, okay? And you help me do it. And along the way, we do get results. 303-713-TALK. Give us a call now. You can get right through. Lines are wide open.
From the Fox Business.
Maybe it's not. This phone is off. And it's dinged again. Then it's not.
Well, then it's not me.
No, I heard it ding just now. It's coming.
It can't be off on your phone.
It can't. It can't be. Let me turn it on. And I don't have it.
If you have it off, I'm sure it's not. Maybe you just have the screen off.
No, maybe I do. I don't know. It's off. I turned off that ding you talked about earlier.
Oh, put on Do Not Disturb.
I'm still getting, huh?
Put on airplane mode.
Or airplane mode.
I think that'll still have ding though on it.
I did. It's demo. It's not ringing. We're getting this ding. I know you're not doing it on purpose, but when you hear it, yeah, I know it's not you.
I think it was.
But I'm not.
I wish I was a ventriloquist.
And I don't have anything coming through either. See, I don't have any text or something. No, I believe you. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what's causing this. No, I swear it came from here.
I can't wait to see that.
That guy, I think he's
Which one?
The radio guy.
Oh, that's why I set Mikey up, because I know the guy's nuts. These guys, they always want to think the best. I can detect a nut from a million miles away.
He has a good nut.
The guy said,
yeah, I got one.
His neighbors.
And I spelled it out. I said, so you can listen to Ross in the morning. That's who's on right before us. Then we come on, and everything goes static, and as soon as we're off, it's back to normal. Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. It's the person
static on the when he said there was static on his computer.
On the internet too, he's getting static. Only on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy could be turning it on during that time.
What do you mean?
I mean,
On the computer we're talking
oh,
about.
I have no idea.
No,
That you're right.
that transformer will, anything that has a non-shielded line. You know, if you have a cable coming in that has shielded cable, but anything, telephone, anything, you do one of those transformers, it'll mess up everything. I had everybody in my building mad at me. I was building my kid's science project. It messed up phones.
You should have let him use that machine gun bird scare as a science project. That would have been the funniest thing in the world. This is the modern day scarecrow.
Okay, in airplane mode, what happens to the phone?
Show him that thing. It is the most thing. This thing will get rid. If you have birds that are landing like in your farm or whatever, it gets rid of the birds. It's unbelievable.
Rings or anything.
He's got a patent on it. I shit you not.
Just something that makes noise.
Well, check it out. It works
That
too.
allows you to go in an airplane and they tell you it's
Mark, start.
All right, 303-713-8255. Hopefully Mikey's getting out there. We can get an update on that.
All right, and John, he needs an HD antenna that's for high-definition TV. I don't know what you, go ahead. I don't know what the concern is. What is it, John?
Well, I couldn't find anybody on the referral list just looking to get one installed.
You don't really...
Handyman matters.
Well, hold on. As far as I know, HD antennas are set top or on your desk or on your wall. I mean, they're nothing.
No, you can put one on your roof, though.
But you don't really need to.
I don't know why you would.
Because if you get a signal, you either get it or you don't. Digital is like that. Right. There's no modulation. There is on and off. So if you can take one of these low-cost, flat antennas that can go right on your set or along or on your wall, Velcroed on the back of the TV or whatever, it's easy. Have you tried that?
I have, but it's like, you know, anytime anybody gets up to get popcorn or something,
oh,
TV
really?
distorts and
really?
I live in East Aurora, so I don't know if that's just.
I would think you'd be in a strong coverage area.
Yeah, I don't.
So where do you want to put it, up on your roof?
Correct.
I would. Handyman matters.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have an antenna?
No, not on the roof.
No, I mean, do you have the physical antenna in your possession?
Yes.
Okay. I would say Handyman Matters is a slam dunk. Okay. I mean, this is exactly what they do. Whatever you don't want to do, you can't do, you don't have time to do, and where it doesn't require a licensed professional. Now, they do have licensed professionals, but I prefer if you're going to have licensed plumbing and permitted plumbing or HVAC, you go to the proper companies. But they can do. There are a lot of plumbing jobs and a lot of electrical jobs that don't require permits. And in this case, it definitely doesn't require a permit. They can do that. Yeah, Handyman Matters is on my referral list. You have the number, right, Mark?
Getting it.
Okay, and we'll give you that number if you just hang on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
All right, 303-980-4646. 303-980-4646, Handyman Matters.
980-4646. Okay, so we have open lines, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, and get right through. And if you want to do your 15 seconds uninterrupted of a rant or a praise, you can do that. 15 seconds uninterrupted. We call it hit and get.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you something.
Yes.
You were so serious that you get upset when people get on an airplane and put their carry-on. No, seriously, put their carry-on towards the front, but yet their seat's in the back. I do that every time because I don't want to drag my luggage through the entire plane.
Let me explain something, okay? That can only happen, usually, when they load from the back, because I can't imagine...
On Frontier, you can buy early boarding. It doesn't matter where you sit.
Okay, so let's have that scenario. Let's say...
I pay the extra $5.
Let's say there are a bunch of people that pay the extra money for early boarding.
Yes.
And they put their bags in the front over it.
And their seats are in the back.
And their seats are in the back.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
It's good for you, isn't it?
It's great for me.
So you go to the back... And now, on the way out, you grab your bag.
And I don't have to drag my bag up and down the aisle twice.
Now, the people who sit in the front, if their overhead is filled up and they have to go back a little, when they think about this now when the plane is deplaning, they call it, when they're getting off the plane, the people are all standing up in the aisle. Okay? Now, these people in the front literally have to work their way backwards through a crowd.
Or they wait for the rest of us to get off.
Right. But otherwise, they have to work their way back to get their bag and then get stuck. Or, you're right, and if they wait, okay, I believe it negates the priority seating.
They should have paid for early boarding then.
Okay, that's a good argument, but I believe that it's, in my opinion...
You were saying it was basically asinine.
No, I said it wasn't courteous. And I don't believe it is.
There's nothing courteous on Frontier, though.
No, but I'm thinking, really, if you sit somewhere, I believe your bags should be where you sit. And I think it's not courteous. I'm serious, Mark. I think it's impolite to
well, then how about dragging your suitcase down the aisle, hitting people's knees?
Mark, they're small carry-ons. They're small carry-ons. Be sensible. You're talking about such nonsense. Nobody has giant
When
bags.
you load on Frontier, it's like Thunderdome.
All I'm saying is this. I think that people like you make it really difficult for travelers because you are selfish.
You people.
You're a selfish traveler. Yes,
you people.
I never have done that. I have never put my bag up front, ever, and sat away from it unless there was no other place available, but that's never happened to me. When I have a seat in the middle, my bag goes as close to me as possible. When it's in the front, as close to me as possible. When it's at back, as close to me as possible. Why? Because I think if someone is sitting up front, they should be able to have their bag above them. And to make them go to the back because you paid for priority boarding, in my opinion, is selfish. Now, I'm not saying there is a right and wrong. There are opinions. And my opinion is I don't like travelers who do that. I think they're selfish. And I think it just screws up the whole thing. Just like these people, Mark. Have you ever sat in the plane and you're ready to get off and you have people run up the aisle and jam up the front? I mean, really.
I do that.
You honest to God do.
Yes, I need to get up to get my bag that's up front. And I want to get up there before the people in front of me.
You don't do that, do you really?
I'm
Suzanne, does he really rush the aisle? Does Mark really rush the aisle to get out of a plane? He doesn't go in order?
Oh, he'll try, yeah.
Oh, that's, Jesus, man, oh, God.
Look at line 6, Tom. That's that guy whose wife sold his car.
Nathan.
Yes.
Man, I'm so sorry for the trouble you're having. So how long have you been married?
I was married for 2 years. Well, it would have been 2 years a couple of days ago.
How long ago did you find out about your wife having an affair?
I actually found out after she kicked me out.
Okay.
I just did some research on Facebook and saw that she set me up.
Why did she kick you out?
Because she was actually cheating on me. I was always getting accused of cheating on her, but as all the evidence that I was able to pull up, she was the one that was doing it.
How'd she kick you out? It's your house, too. I mean, do you own the house or rent?
No, we rent, but it was in her name and her brother's name.
Okay, so she said get out.
She said, no, actually, I went to go do a side job for her aunt. She asked to use my truck real quick. She said she'll be right back. She's going to run to the house. Well, I was downstairs doing the job.
For her aunt. You're doing a job for her aunt, and she said, can I borrow the truck?
Yeah, she said, can I borrow the truck to go to the house? So she had not a problem. She went to the house, came back, dropped off the bag of clothes I didn't know about. Went upstairs and saw there was a bag of clothes with a note saying, this Santos Lee Lil is moving into my house. I do not want you to have your stuff.
Wait, she said, wait a minute. She left a note saying that my boyfriend basically is moving in.
Yes.
And I don't want you there.
Correct.
And then what?
Then she said, you're not going to get your truck. Nobody's going to get your truck. If I don't get it, nobody's getting it. And
so she sold it?
She gave it to her boyfriend, for what I know.
Oh, I thought she sold it.
I believe he sold it. I think he took it out to Mexico or wherever he...
Did you report it to the police?
Yes.
Are they doing anything about it?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, it's a theft. I mean, what jurisdiction? Where did it happen?
This was in Adams County.
Okay, we really those are pretty good.
Did you actually fill out a report? I mean, did you fill out a police report for a stolen vehicle?
No, you need to call. This is bad. You know, really, you got to put in a police report. If she took it, gave it to him, and he sold it, that's conversion. That's a crime.
Okay.
He converted your property for his gain. It's a crime, Nathan. We have to help you because then you can get insurance. You had insurance on it, right?
I did, yeah, when I had my truck.
Okay, so what did she say about you not getting the truck?
She doesn't want me to have it. If she can't have it, nobody's going to have it as well.
But why? But you owe $18,000 on it.
I do.
Does she understand that?
She don't care.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Is she...
This is what she told me.
I pray to God you don't have children. Tell me you don't have children.
She told me she was pregnant. I don't know, man. I really don't know. All I know is what she told me, that she's a killer, she's a gangster, and she's a user of men. That's the last words I heard from her.
Oh, man. How'd you get wrapped up with her, Nathan?
I had known her since high school. I was with a woman for 15 years of my life, and I got a divorce, and I'm trying to be single, you know. I hooked up with her, and I thought she was true. She wasn't true.
So you got to put your...
for everything. She took me for everything that I own.
What else did she take, Nathan?
Everything, my clothes. She left me with one pair of underwear with no socks, with 2 pairs of jeans, and a sweater, and a jacket.
Do you work, Nathan?
I did. I had a job.
Do you still have one?
No, I don't.
Why?
I don't have my license. I don't have my ID. I don't have my wallet.
He doesn't have his truck.
Nathan,
I have nothing.
Nathan, I really want to help you, man. You got to leave your information where we can contact you, and we really need to help you. We need to get your wife arrested. I'm serious. Suzanne, we need to reach out to Adams County, or maybe Deputy Clint can, because
we need all our info.
We need all hands on deck for this one, Nathan. You got people who want to help you, okay, brother? You hang in there. You hang in there. Talk to him. Don, you have a comment on Mark. Go ahead. No, let him make a comment. Go ahead, Don.
It's all good. Hey, Tom.
Hey.
Mark's wrong, and here's why. The next time that he's sitting in the back and his bag's up front, and somebody swipes his bag and walks off the plane, he can't do squat about it.
Ooh, but I don't think people do that, though. It's never happened to me, but I never even thought about that. I wonder how often that does happen.
I don't think it would, because...
stuff, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's just impolite.
Tom.
I don't know if there's a right or wrong. Thank you. Mike, what is your comment on that?
I've worked for the airlines for years, and as a flight attendant, and if Mark was on my flight, honestly, his bag might not be where he put it. I just imagine.
Okay, so that rubs you. It rubs him the wrong way too. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
How long was that guy a stewardess?
Frank Duran's one of the best people you'll ever know. If you're going to list a home, I can think of no one better. If you're looking for property like I am, oh my goodness, this guy is all over it. 303-920-1622. I'm serious when I tell you, you can't do better than Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I love the guy. Okay, and One Clear Choice Doors for your garage door problems. You give them a call. One Clear Choice Doors has proven time and time again to be the very best. They do free inspections if you mention Martino, okay? And that means hinge bolt tightening, and that means safety adjustments, or just about anything else you need. Give them a call, 303-565-6409. They'd love to be your garage door company. We got a lot of good people. I'll tell you, just a lot of great people, including, of course, including Approval Reverse Mortgages. If you need a reverse mortgage, approvalreverse.com.
From the L&L Heating and Air Conditioning Traffic Center.
There's a couple of trouble spots to watch out for in your drive across town on the north end. There's a crash off to the shoulder, northbound I-25 after 84th. That's got traffic backed up a bit on that stretch. Mild crash downtown, southbound I-25 at 8th Avenue. It looks like it's been cleared to the shoulder. Not seeing any major delays in the downtown drive. Off highway, 2 crashes being cleared. One southbound Santa Fe approaching Bellevue. Another wreck at Kipling and Quincy. The weather forecast. It's going to be sunny today, mild, with a high near 63. Tonight, partly cloudy overnight with a low of 35. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, warmer, a high near 68. Right now, mostly cloudy and 59. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 630 KHOW.
This report is brought to you by GNC. New year, new start. Start something backed by science. Start something fierce. Start something that...
Right, and typically the payback is less than a year and a half.
They can even go to the landlord and say, hey, help us out with this. You're going to get half the money back.
Right. I have a guy that's doing that right now.
80% of Fortune 500 companies lease their
The
vehicles.
marijuana one would be interesting, though, because the savings in that industry
who can help.
Well, we don't know how much those special bulbs are, though.
And have been doing
Well,
Colorado businesses for more than 20 years.
They ain't cheap.
Yeah,
they ain't cheap.
Not compared to your normal.
Lowest delivered.
However,
I'm a finance
as
guy.
much as they use those lights,
They work 20 hours a day.
yeah, they'll pay for themselves.
I heard how they used to bust growers in California and other places was the electric bill would go way up, and they knew they must be growing
They
dope.
still do that. They still do that.
Yeah, they still do.
Well, now it's legal, though.
No, not for, it won't increase your light bill like that. You're supposed to have 6 plants maximum.
Per person in the house. Per adult.
Well, I mean, the new law is 12 in a house. The new law is 12 in a house. So if you,
How many do you have?
I don't know,
It's great for the
I'm
economy.
good. I would sell people.
Isn't it so weird pot's legal, man?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, we'd sneak behind the school in high school and smoke what I got. Now these fucking kids, they just eat it. They eat a Tootsie Roll. My God, no one knows anything.
Well, here's something funny though. I went to that concert last night, and there were some folks that were my age, maybe a little bit older, and they went down and hid.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Let's talk to Eric. Eric, what's happening with you, Eric?
Well, I have a complaint about Gigi Wink.
Okay.
It was just terrible. Everything she said, she did. She was way too nice to my mom, who's 80 years old.
Isn't she great? Yeah.
Very patient, just a kind, gentle woman, and explained stuff. And when my mom broke down crying in her office, she was so nice to her, and I can't stand for it. And that kind of service just can't happen.
Yeah, thank you. I know what you mean, tongue-in-cheek. No, they're great people, both Mike and Gigi Wink. If you're going through a rough time and you need a bankruptcy, I can think of no better people. Thank you. They're at 303-410-1720. 410-1720, winkandwink.com. Hey, did you make a call over there, Deputy Clint?
On which?
On the one we just had with the, where were we calling?
No, I thought we decided he was going to go to the public adjuster first. You're talking about the roof.
No, I was talking about, that company.
No, the pub. No.
I want him to call the roofing company, too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I haven't called him yet. No.
And then there was one other.
We're waiting for Mikey. Hopefully he's there.
Oh, that's another one. But there was one other I thought we were going to call him.
We might never see Mikey again.
Who do I have on line two? Okay, let's talk to until we get another call up there. And if you have any questions, we have plenty of time.
Okay, now listen.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So far, 2 people weighed in.
I know.
Against Mark.
Can I say something?
On the what?
I was kind of playing bad cop. I was kind of trying to get to you. So I don't necessarily do that. I'm not saying I've never done it, but I'm saying, generally speaking, I don't do that. There's too much negatives here, so I'm stepping back.
I really, to be honest with you, Mark, I don't think you would. You're not that type of person. I mean, we joke a lot about it, but you're not that. You're not selfish, and that to me seemed out of character. Especially the part about rushing the aisle.
No, I hate loading planes. Absolutely, I agree with you. The way people do it. It's so absurd. There's no rhyme or reason why Frontier loads this and early boarding. It truly is like Thunderdome. It's horrible loading on a Frontier airline.
Well, Southwest is no better. Here's the problem with Southwest, and you know what I'm going to say. You know it, and it happens all the time. You get a priority, and you save 5 or 10 seats, and it's just not fair. It's just not
fair. Yeah, you have a whole family, you pay for one, and then you literally save seats.
I had a ball team one time. They had a priority, one did, and saved 9 or 12 seats for the team. And I was here. I'm coming in, and I have an A, and I say, wait a minute, I have A, and I can't sit up here because you're saving yours for all the people that have C priority? That's just not right. I mean, why do you bother having priority if everyone in A can literally just save, I feel like one time getting A, going in there and saving every seat there is, just for anybody. Because they're telling me there's no rule against saving seats. Well, that negates their entire system.
Explain this. We've got a beautiful airport, DIA. You load there, you land there, you get off. okay, and it's a pain in the ass. We go to Cancun a lot. We land in Mexico. You know what they do? You unload from the front and back at the same time. It goes so much better.
That's because you unload outside,
You
right?
do, yeah, but I'd much rather do that than sit around forever. Why do they even have a door at the back of these airlines if they never use them?
They do sometimes, but usually on what I call outdoor airports. I love those outdoor airports where you load outside and walk in.
And it's nice out, too. I mean,
yeah.
it's Mexico.
Yeah, obviously you can't do that in Colorado or in cold places. All right, so we're talking about a lot of things today. Do you have any follow-ups at all, Deputy Clint?
I got 3 really good follow-ups.
Let's do them.
We had a guy that had this, Sears brought in a refrigerator. Actually, it was NRX Logistics that put the refrigerator in the water line.
And they hooked up the ice
wrong
maker.
threads on the water valve.
And it did damage.
Yes.
So what happened?
NRX is sending them a check.
They're sending. Wow. Not that. Did you hear that? Okay. What else?
A couple really good ones. Yesterday we had the guy with AMCO transmissions that had the 2 transmissions rebuilt and then had a problem with the computer.
Yeah.
Well, we found what the problem was, that the service code on his computer wasn't the right number, so why they couldn't find us. We got the right service code. It's coming out Friday, and they're not going to charge him for the computer.
Okay, so
the
we have
recoding and everything.
Right, what do you have, Suzanne?
So I'm not going to say who I heard from on the air, but this person knows Nathan well. He's a fugitive. He just got out of prison. He didn't report his moving on parole, and he's wanted right now. So I don't think we got the whole
are you
story
sure?
from Nathan.
I mean, okay. But hold on. Let's just say that is true. Does it mean that his wife should sell his truck with a loan on it and without proper payment?
Maybe if she's been making the payments for the last 3 years.
Or are you saying you don't believe it, Suzanne? Possibly?
I'm just saying we didn't get the whole story, and I don't know that we should be helping him.
What if he's telling the truth about her taking his truck? Should we just be
but if he just got out of prison, she must have been making the payments.
I'll find out.
I just don't think we got the full story.
Okay,
but I did get that person's number, so we can talk to them after the show.
Okay, what else?
I have one really good one. We had a guy called way back in December, might have been November, with a Jayco trailer, Mark Anderson, who was having a lot of problems. He had, most of them were cosmetic, but it was a million little problems with this trailer. Camping World, matter of fact, Donnie Wagner at Camping World they're picking this trailer up. They're going to send it back to the factory for this guy. All the way back to Indiana.
Holy crap. He's gotten 3 great follow-ups. Oh, my goodness.
Do all the repairs.
What do you got,
free
Dan?
and ship it back.
Anything, Dan? Deputy Clint is outpacing you.
Oh, man, 3 to 1.
Let's talk toward the end here. Let's talk to LED front range LED lighting. Here's the phone number. And I'm telling you, his phone should be ringing off the hook. From day one savings, even the half or more of installation you have to put out, because utility companies will pay up to half of the installation cost. Then there's an instant rebate from who? Who does the rebate come from, you said? A rebate on LED lighting.
Well, that comes from the utility company. It's not an instant rebate. But it is a rebate.
Is that the one toward the installation?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you get toward installation. Whatever the balance of installation is, here's the point. You don't have to be out of pocket for it. You can finance it. So even the payments on that loan, that temporary loan to pay for about half of the installation, even that payment will be less than your savings. So from day one, you're saving money. And when the loan is paid off, you're going to save even more. I mean, he has seen cases where people can save up to 90%. One place he went to, the guy would have been saving $40,000 a year. Imagine your business saving $40,000 a year in electricity. Why people don't do it, I have no idea.
They must think it's too good to be true.
Long-term leases, or you own the building. Now, if you own a building and your tenants rent, okay, and they pay for everything, I can see that maybe, if you own the building and you're not using it. But don't you think you could get higher rent for it if you rented a building and you could show the tenant that they're going to save on electricity, and you take a little bit of that toward, the investment? I don't know. I think it's a no-lose situation.
Well, and there is there's an estimator from the EPA that shows how much the value of your building will go up with LED lighting.
So there is an estimate. So not only do you get the savings, okay, you get the rebate money from the utility company for part of the installation up to half. You get the savings. You can get financing for all the other parts. You get savings of all of that. You also get increased value. So we're talking increased value of anything is better than nothing, and you're already saving money. This is why I can't believe
you'll do that free perspective and tell him how much he'll save.
Yep. All right, he'll do a free evaluation. 719-262-2451. This show is all about saving money. 719-262-2451. Tomorrow, we're going to investigate the signal jamming for my show down in the house there. Does anyone want to face a DUI, but somehow...
No, I hope he's alive.
Thanks, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Thanks for having me in.
Bring lunch next time, man.
I really don't understand why your phone's not ringing. I don't.
God, I took a rash of shit on that. I figured I'd be bad cop. I didn't. It was
Well, there was a magazine.
next time he's bad cop when it comes to airlines.
Mechanics was the one that said to change them now.
Yeah.
Don't even wait. Right.
It doesn't pay to wait till they
I always end up on Frontier though because it's so cheap, man.
To do everything including your damn.
But my God, I hate Frontier.
Even though that bulb's only on.
I did.
You know, I had someone call up and tell us way back in the day before they sold, they were really a great airline.
Oh, they were. 5 years ago, they were a great airline.
Yeah, before they sold.
Yeah.
They talked about